New follower. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Thursday Night Speedrunning here on the Albion Speedrun Collective. Not my usual intro. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all enjoying the very funky bard tunes, courtesy of Garlips. And I hope you're ready to hopefully see me get a new Metal Gear Solid Trilogy world record. Let's get it started, shall we? Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I am almost set up and ready to go. I've got to get the 3 games ready. I've got to get my controller ready. But that's fine, because this is a great opportunity first to actually talk about what we're doing here. Why all of my normal viewers have had to shimmy on over to this channel for an evening, and what's been going on. We are the Albion Speedrun Collective. I am the founder and head organizer, NickRPGreen, and I am very, very excited about this endeavor. We've got our first event happening on the 11th and 12th of April, Albion Speedrun Marathon Manchester, which is going to be fantastic. If you want some details about some of that, you can find that right here, hopefully. Yay, that still works. Good. Oh god, I think it posted multiple things. There you go. Ooh, my stream bot kicked in and it's not allowed to post links. I might want to quickly change that. I'm going to quickly change that. So I've decided to be a bit more technical, and I've actually hooked my my streamer bot up to the Albion Speedrun Collective channel, so all of my commands and alerts and stuff will all work just for Albion Speedrun rather than my own Twitch channel. And yeah, I completely forgot that I was going to have to enable. Where is it in? I think it's in moderation. No, is it moderation? Chat permissions. Where is allow links? Where is... block hyperlinks, found it. Okay, I have unticked block hyperlinks. We may change that in the future. I don't know. But in the meantime, it's unlocked now. Yes, I did. Yes, Jack, and it did. I'm really sorry. I was doing some testing with it and trying to do a bit of practice for tonight, and I got a gold, and I saw it pop up and say that I'd gotten a gold split in one of them. I was like, oh crap, that's going to go straight to the stream. So I do apologize for that. You may have noticed it didn't happen again because I immediately stopped my run and then went and fixed it. But we've had a whole week so far of streams. We started on Monday with Garlips running some really, really awful looking Steam games and demos and trying to break them. Sadly, Garlips ain't gonna jump no more. So we are sad that there's going to be no more jumping from Garlips. If you tuned in, you knew what that meant. It feels wrong not to be able to redeem a comment. Unfortunately, the one thing that I can't transfer over is all of my channel point rewards. I mean, I can still play them. I've still got my soundboard here. Come on, Nick. There you go. So you at least get that one. Why didn't that pop up? Nothing popped up there. I don't know why that didn't happen. Oh well. Should I be worried? Should I be worried about that? Should I be worried about that? Never mind. I'm not going to be worried about that. That's what we're going with. Jumping days are over. Yes, so we had Garlips on Monday, and then we had Love and Floofen and Decky on Tuesday, running Populous the Beginning, doing a co-op run of Populous the Beginning. Then yesterday we had Drac. Is it, because I realize I may have been saying your name wrong this whole time. Is it pronounced Dracodan or Dracodan? Because I've been pronouncing it Dracodan, and then I said to myself Dracodan, and I thought that sounds much more accurate. So let me know if it's number 1 or number 2. I'm gonna go. I do believe I've been saying Dracodan all this time, and it's wrong, and it should be pronounced Dracodan. In either case, was on last night doing some practice runs of runs that he intends to submit to our marathon. Technically, it's neither, but I'm happy for people to use any pronunciation other than just Dan. Okay. So 3 streams already, and I am finishing this up because we are trying to get the Twitch channel to affiliate status before the event. Because if we're affiliate, then we can start taking subs. We can do emotes, and we can do alerts and other stuff, if whatever we want to do. Affiliate comes with a few perks. We can run ads and get very, very tiny bits of ad revenue because it's not worth it, is it? No, we probably won't do that. To do that, Twitch is, I didn't realize until I started looking into this, and we started discussing it, that a couple of years ago Twitch completely slashed their affiliate requirements. It used to be 50 followers, and you used to have to have I think it's something like 5, average of 5 or an average of 7 viewers across 30 days or something. That's all been completely slashed. So now all you need is oh crap! I've just thrown my controller on the floor. That's a good start. It's okay. It still works. We're still good. Now you need 25 followers, so half as many followers as before. You need to have streamed on 4 days over the last 40. Oh, sorry, MGS3 started up, and it immediately made my OBS pause for a second. Yes, the controller I just had replaced. I just threw it on the floor. That's sensible, isn't it? So 25 followers. You need to stream on 4 different days, at least 4 days over the last 30. And of those 4 streams, you need to have ensured that you have an average of 3 viewers. It's something like that. Basically, it's already been hit. As long as today's stream is okay and we have at least 3 viewers at any one time, we'll be fine. If we I mean, I can already see how many people are here in the chat. I think we're probably good. In fact, I could probably stop now and we're done. But we won't. We will continue on. So I'm going to be running for your pleasure, and obviously, please keep following, keep engaging, share, all of that good stuff whilst we go through this. I'm going to be attempting the multiple Metal Gear Solid Trilogy world record. This is a world record that I had up until, I think it was November last year. It was taken away from me. It was taken by Delfino Plaza guy. And some things I haven't done this run myself in a couple of years. Since the last time I did the run, when I held the world record, MGS1 has gotten quicker because we've had minimal install, and MGS3 has gotten quicker because we now have a PC version. Is that his name? Is he a fan of Delfino Plaza? That is his. Well, no, I don't think his real name is Delfino Plaza guy. But all I know is his name is Delfino Plaza guy. So yeah, that's his legal name. I hope that's his legal name. All right, let me. I've got one game open. I've got to get the other two games open. Oh, actually, I need to make a change to Metal Gear Solid 2 before I open it. Otherwise, I'm going to have music playing in the background. Oh, I got to remember where I go to do this now. So yeah, I have this rather than game swap doesn't matter. The time it takes you to swap between games during the run is removed from the final time. But I still like to have everything set up so that I can swap it over nice and quickly. And I remembered that I still have one little fix to change in order to do that. It should be in a .ini file. Is it here? Music volume. Change that 15 to 0. There we go. Now I should be able to launch Metal Gear Solid 2. We are then part way there. Try to remember some of the basics. Flood. So Metal Gear Solid 2 may now open over the top. Well, actually, it shouldn't. I've also set up my Stream Deck so that I can easily swap between them. There we go. There's Metal Gear Solid 2. I did notice that Metal Gear Solid 3 didn't have any sound. That might be something I need to quickly fix. In fact, now that I've got them set up, I'm going to move over to the actual stream view. I should also put my headphones on and actually listen to stuff through my headphones. I'm also going to take my shirt off because it's a bit warm. We've had the heating on and it got very warm very quickly. Right, let me just make sure I've got control over Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3. Cool. So Metal Gear Solid 2's fine. Metal Gear Solid 3 is fine. So we should be good with those two. And then finally, the last thing I have to do, I have to load Metal Gear Solid 1 last, because I've now loaded Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 with my physical controller. Now I launch DS for Windows. And set a virtual controller specifically for Metal Gear Solid 1, because I have certain hotkeys and stuff. I have my controller set up weirdly for Metal Gear Solid 1, and then launch Metal Gear Solid 1. So MGS 2 and 3 will still refer to my physical controller, but MGS 1 will refer to my virtual controller. It is a very complicated setup, but it works, and that's the important thing. So there we go. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. I think I'm ready. Almost. So let's just check it. Well, let's get all 3 games. I need to get all 3 games to their appropriate starting points. So we'll start with MGS3. Well, as I said, I don't actually think I've got any audio. In fact, I don't think I have any audio for MGS1 either. Where's all my audio? Where's all my audio gone? That's because I didn't tick. That's because I didn't tick capture audio. Helps if you tick capture audio when you set up a game. Oh, Metal Gear Solid 1's got capture audio on, so that should be okay. We'll check this in a second. Right. So Metal Gear Solid 3, first of all. There we go. Right. MGS3, we're just going to make sure. Oh, wrong thing. So MGS3, work these backwards. Make sure Metal Gear Solid 3 is on. Own view is on reverse. Should be fine. It should be fine anyway. That's it. Yeah, that does save it. And we want to go to load game. We want to click on very easy. And we want to stay hovered over yes. And that's it. We leave Metal Gear Solid 3 alone. Now I'm hoping that when I swap to Metal Gear Solid 2, cool. I'm now not controlling Metal Gear Solid 2. I'm now not controlling Metal Gear Solid 3. That's what I need. For Metal Gear Solid 2, I will swap over so you can see what I'm doing. So for Metal Gear Solid 2, for this, I actually want to go to the options screen. And I want to hover over music. You see, music's at 15, but I've told the game's files to start at 0. So the music's going to be silent, but the moment I change that slider, it'll immediately go back up, and then we can load and do all that. It just means that it's not playing music in the background. And then finally, we move over to Metal Gear Solid 1, and we can get started. There's no extra options or anything. In fact, one thing I am just going to do before we start Metal Gear Solid 1, which I always do, is just load any save and just make sure that my controller configuration's worked. And it has. I tap R2 and Snake equips the... There we go. I tap R2, Snake equips the gun. I can do all of this. Should be fine. Should be fine. No tools to suspend when not active. You are indeed correct. It is very loud. Let me change that. Let me change that ahead of time. Metal Gear Solid 2. That's MGS1. MGS2 should be fine. MGS3. I need to view MGS3 again to bring up the audio for it. For some reason, MGS2's audio is always available. Let's knock that back down. I can always look at that later. Okay, hopefully we're now good. There we go. All right. I think we're ready to go. And area reloading is working. That's what we also need. Righty-ho. So we will... Wrong menu. That one. Quit to main menu. I do not want to save the current game. All right. I've brought back my old token of good luck. I have some chalky milk. My own viewers have not seen me drink chalky milk on stream in a very, very long time. You know it's serious when the chalky milk makes a return. Right, just move my live split out of the way. Live split is all set up for auto splitting. All 3 games are active and should be auto split. I just have to split to start the next one. All right, let's do this, folks. Just so that everyone is aware, I am running the original PC port of Metal Gear Solid 1 from the year 2000 on very easy difficulty. I'm running the original PC port of Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance from 2003. I can't remember when the PC port came out. On very easy difficulty, and I am running the Metal Gear Solid 3 Master Collection version on Steam on very easy difficulty. We run on very easy because it's the fastest. I do intend at some point this year to learn European Extreme for Metal Gear Solid 2 so that I can do this exact same trilogy but on Extreme. Alright, here we go, folks. In 3, 2, 1, go! And we are off. So, Metal Gear Solid 1 first of all. So as I said before, this is the original PC port of Metal Gear Solid 1. It is not a very good port. It is a really interesting speedrun. But apart from that, it is terrible. I would never recommend anyone plays this casually. If you want to play Metal Gear Solid 1 casually on PC, either emulate the PS1 version or buy the Master Collection. Both are fine alternatives. Right now, we are alert farming. So what's going to happen later on in the game is there's going to be a rat that eats the key, except that's not going to happen if I have at least 11 alerts by that point. So that's alert number 3. I believe we should be getting 6, 7 alerts in here. Because we've got nothing to do. We've got to wait for an elevator that's on a fixed timer. We can't make that timer go down any quicker. So whilst we're down here waiting, we are going to try and get as many alerts as possible. And we'll pick up the rest throughout the run.
Where'd he go?
So we just keep running this guy round and round in circles. There's our next one. I've actually lost count. I think that's 5. Let's just wait from here. As soon as evasion gets down to 30, start knocking. That's another one. We have to wait for the alert to fully disappear, the alert and evasion to fully disappear before we can move on to the next one. Should have enough time for one more. Let's do. Oh, I suppose I'll kill him. Grab me one of these. This might be slightly too slow. I don't know. We'll see. Well, we won't see because I haven't got splits already for this. Right, so we're gonna come against the wall here. Knock on the wall. Wait for this guard. Now, if you've played Metal Gear Solid 1 before, you might be wondering how the heck have you got a machine gun already? That doesn't make any sense. And that is because we're on very easy difficulty. It's a weapon exclusive to very easy difficulty. And outside of the PC versions, very easy difficulty was a Japanese exclusive on the PlayStation 1. It was made as part of Metal Gear Solid Integral, which was basically Japan's director's cut of the game. It includes all 3 discs, so disc 1 and 2 for the story, and disc 3 was the VR missions or special missions, and includes a few bug fixes, a few other small tweaks that Kojima decided he wanted to make. The couple of big ones is it introduced very easy difficulty, which wasn't in the game originally. In fact, actually introduced difficulty levels to Japan. The original Japanese release of Metal Gear Solid 1 did not have any difficulty. It was 1 difficulty level, which I believe was the same as easy. So difficulties were then introduced, and a very easy difficulty was introduced as well. And a slight trick I could do here to avoid getting up. So I'm just going to concentrate on this for a second. We want to hit the button there, turn around, shoot that guy. Oh, the elevator came and then go down to B1. The other thing that changed is it added English voice acting to the game. We're going to do our first very easy exclusive trick here. We're allowed to use a thing called the area reloader by mashing F7. I put Snake out of bounds. We go into here. I'm now going to call Campbell.
New follower.
And reload again. And reload again. I'm now going to eat the ketchup. And we're in a good spot. So yeah, a lot of stuff happened there. The area reloader is a funky little tool that was left over in the PC version, where you reload the current state of the room. Well, sorry, you reload the room that you're in, but you don't reset any flags that have passed, and as a result, you can do some funky stuff with it. It's quite hard to explain in such a short amount of time. But basically, we've just skipped through all of the prison section because all of the event flags have been hit, and basically the game thinks every time that the room reloads, it must be because we've moved on to the next bit. We get saved by the ninja. I'm going to throw Johnny, and then we are going to get out of the door. So that's a trick called Swim, Swapping Weapons Infinite Momentum, where we use weapon hotkeys. The PC version has weapon hotkeys to keep Snake's momentum going by quickly swapping between two weapons, and we can do that even when we don't have control of Snake. I'm going to use the area reloader here as well. We go pick up the PSG-1, use the area reloader, puts us back in the elevator. Puts us back in the elevator, but we still have the PSG-1. Try and not get hit by anything here. Lovely. And we're gonna start making that. So because we're on the any % route, like everything is like all bugged out, and we need to make the game catch up with where it was before. So we're going to go into here. We can use the area reloader here to skip the end of that animation. Climb under here. One nice thing about the PC version, you can instantly skip codec calls. Should I go around there so that guard doesn't hear my footsteps? Around to here, just waiting for this guard to turn around. There he goes. Quick throw him. And head downstairs. So we are coming up to one of the most famous tricks in Metal Gear Solid 1. But before we do that, we do have our first out of bounds. So using the weapon hotkeys, we can trick the game into it not knowing where Snake's position is, and we can skip triggers. I'm listening out for a wolf howl here. There we go. Do the same again here. Playing that super safe because I could not hear myself count. And here is the boba skip. So we are going to throw a grenade through this door. We're going to grab these stun grenades. We're going to completely ignore the rope there. Oh, I'm going to get myself caught on the corner. And what we're going to do is we are going to deliberately take damage while stood up against the frozen door, and hopefully get the correct hit animation for Snake so that his hitbox extends and we hit the loading zone trigger on the other side of the door. So it's one of the most famous tricks in the game. It was only discovered a few years ago by Boba of Yogscast, and wish me luck. It is a 50-50 chance. If I can... Oh. Oh, this isn't good. Oh, I'm out of the swap to chaff grenades. This is bad. This is really bad. Oh my god, please! We're hit, finally! Oh! I'm going to throw the bomb now. I'm also going to use a ration. That was awful. That was some of the worst boba skip RNG I've ever had. Use our loading, our trick to get outside. Ooh. And then here we can use a combination of GME, which is God mode, using the weapon hotkeys, and swim to just completely ignore the barrier that separates us between us and Sniper Wolf. Again, some more out of bounds chicanery. And we have sort of a boss fight, but not really. There's one other perk to GME, or the God mode exploit. Snake is invincible during the trick. Oh, I've still got a problem with one of my splits there. How am I doing for health? I think I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm not. It doesn't matter that I get shot by that. I have died in very easy difficulty to being shot by that camera before. It's not pleasant. So now that we're just going down this elevator, now is an actual good time to explain GME and say what's actually happening with the God mode exploit. So what we're doing is we're using the weapon hotkey. You use the weapon hotkeys, the number keys across the top of the keyboard to equip any weapon. So 2 equips the FAMAS, 9 equips chaff grenades, 8 would equip my stun grenades if I had any left. I think 3 is grenades. And what we do is we hit 0 and then 9. 0 equips the PSG-1, and before the animation of the PSG-1 can finish, we interrupt it by equipping the chaff grenade, and that's what allows us to skip. So I just did it there. That allowed me to skip a codec call because the trigger for it never hit. Now we are going to go into the fight. This is our first actual boss fight. So again, I'm going to GME. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that might be a bit too quick. 2, 3. No, it's fine. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That should be it. Yep, there we go. So yeah, as I say, GME makes you completely invincible. You can't be hurt, and so we do not have to worry about taking damage from Raven. I'm just going to keep making our way through, and just like that, 13 minutes in, and we are at Rex's lair. It would have been less than that if it hadn't been for that god-awful boba skip. At least I didn't have to reset and retry. So, unfortunately, with all of the various tricks that we have across the entire series of Metal Gear Solid 1, there's so many different speedruns in Metal Gear Solid 1, the one thing that we still do not have outside of cheat percentage, by manipulating in-game memory, which you are definitely not allowed to do in normal runs, is a skip for the power key section. It still does not exist. I hope I've got enough alerts. I haven't been counting, but I'm pretty sure I'm okay. We will find out soon enough. So I'm going to get one from him just to be on the safe side. So there you go, there's another alert. And hopefully I should now be on 11 alert. Oh god, there's another guard. I wasn't expecting the other guard. Don't usually kill that first guard. So, assuming I'm on 11 alerts now, which I am pretty confident that I am, instead of the card key being eaten by If you get 12, 13, it does as long as it's 11 or more. It doesn't have to be a bang on 11. It's just 11 or more. So the card key, rather than being eaten by a rat, which is slightly slower or can be slower depending on RNG, the card key is going to be in one of 7 locations in the drainage ditch. Hopefully we get a good one. The fastest one is right there. We got the bomb. That's not good. Oh, not 7. Let's throw that bomb away. No way. I haven't got the worst RNG. Making sure I didn't miss any. I haven't had the worst RNG bomb in so long. Oh, wow, that's awful. So there are, as I say, there are 7 locations that the PAL key could be in, and unfortunately, I got the worst one. That is the worst possible location that the PAL key can be in, because also the bomb that I picked up, that is also random. So ideally, in best case scenario, is it's in you don't pick up the bomb, and the PAL key is in one of the first 3 locations. Ideally the first location, but if it's one of the first 3, that's considered good. That was god-awful. That was the worst possible outcome. And I still haven't actually equipped the PAL key yet, so I'm going to do that now. Now, use GME, not GME, use swim in there to get out the door. So now we have the long slog. We have the long slog of getting through the PAL key section. There is no trick, there is no shortcut, there is no glitch, there is no skip. There is only the intended route. If this was Metal Gear Solid The Twin Snakes, which is the GameCube remake of this, there is a faster method of getting through this because it was added into the remake. Unfortunately, it just does not exist. We have not been able to find it. Snake must go all the way back to the warehouse where we fought Raven to freeze the key. And then following that, must go all the way back to the blast furnace in order to heat the key. So we've got a bit of a wait as we just sort of head on over now. I'm going to grab some more chaff grenades on my way out. And now we're in here, and there is actually nothing to do in here whilst we wait. It takes 61 seconds. I can grab a ration, but I can't grab any Stinger missiles. We don't have the Stinger launcher. I can't grab any Nikita missiles. I don't have the Nikita launcher. Very Easy PC is the only version of the game where you do not need the Stinger. We will be using the area reloader to beat Rex, not the Stinger. I'm going to use GME here to allow me to go out of bounds. GME and being able to skip triggers is broken by going prone. So it's slightly quicker to go into GME, go into this position ready on the loading zone. Oh, hey, Insta-Sim. Ready on the loading zone, and then leave by going prone. So all I've got to do, I've just got to wait for the 61 seconds. I'm going to play this slightly safer and go. In fact, I'm going to play this super safe, and I'm going to double check. I do not want to break this run. Okay, maybe I won't. Oh yeah, of course I'm not. Oh, sugar. One thing you can't do when you're. I'm gonna check. Yeah, it's cold. That's good. One thing you can't do whilst you're in GME, unless you break it, is open menus. So I couldn't open my menu to check there. But it was good. We were fine. We were fine. So now we head back up. We head back up to the control room. We put our second PAL key in to the system, and then we run all the way back down again. It is the absolute bane of Metal Gear Solid 1 speedrunning that this still has never been skipped. One day, someone will find the Holy Grail of not just Metal Gear Solid 1 speedrunning, it will be the holy grail of Metal Gear speedrunning altogether. It is, without a doubt, the biggest thing across the entire series that speedrunners want. Forget an actual sequence break in Metal Gear Solid 2. There is no sequence break in Metal Gear Solid 2 or Metal Gear Solid 3, actually. No, actually, there are sequence breaks in some versions of Metal Gear Solid 2. Metal Gear Solid 3. Sort of. Yeah, actually, no, there is. In the PS2 version of Metal Gear Solid 3, there are two sequence breaks. They're just not doable in the Master Collection. So yeah, forget an actual sequence break in Metal Gear Solid 2, which has never been found. Forget Boba Skip for Twin Snakes, which doesn't exist. Or Vent Glitch for Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, which doesn't exist. No, the Holy Grail, the one thing that every single Metal Gear speedrunner wants, is to finally skip this Palki section. Because there is nothing to do during it. Boba 2. We all live in hope. We all live in hope that maybe one day Boba might find another one. So there is nothing to do now but ride the elevator. I will go into GME again, so that so I skip triggers, and we just sit here and wait for this elevator, wait for the next elevator, then wait 65 seconds for the power key to heat, then wait on the elevator back down, then wait on the second elevator back down, and then run. And as a result, because PC very easy, because of the area reloader and how much quicker all of that is, the PAL keys at the PAL key section is almost exactly half of the run. Running the PAL key up and down takes up half of the run, and the other half is everything else. That is how long this bloody section takes, but also how much has been reduced from the rest of the game, thanks to the PC version being able to, with the PC version, we skip cutscenes instantly, we skip codecs instantly, we can use the area reloader to completely, like, in a you saw the prison section, which was over in like a matter of minutes. In any other version of this game, that prison section is a good 3 to 4 minutes long. It's a long one. Right, so we're into the blast furnace. There is, as I say, there is nothing to do in here. Absolutely nothing to do. I'll grab some more stun grenades, but I don't really need them. We're just waiting 65 seconds for the door to open. We can once again go into GME so that we can get out a lot quicker. So, if you're not already following the channel, now is a great time to do it. Who's up from Manchester? I hope there's a resounding yes from everyone. At least there are some skips.
New follow-up.
Oh, there we go. Ask and thou shalt receive. All right, 61 seconds is done. We move on. Thank you very much, DCT Speedy. Oh, and thank you very much, Dutch Oven.
New follow-up.
I don't know why my pop-up isn't. I have a pop-up that comes up for new followers, and it's not popping up. I wonder if I removed something from my alert section. Waiting on your other account to go live since 8. I mean, I did try and make it as clear as possible. Yeah, for anyone who doesn't normally watch me, I stream at this time every Tuesday and Thursday over on my own channel, twitch.tv/NickRPGreen, I'm most well known for my Metal Gear runs. I'm also the world's best unmetal speedrunner, and world's best unmetal player. I'm the world's leading authority on unmetal outside of the developers. I have a very good relationship with the developers as well. I run Clover 2 Lunacy's Veil and will be doing so for Highway to Help by Steel City Speedsters. I should know the name. I'm on the staff. I'm a Furious Motorist, which we'll learn a little bit more about in Metal Gear Solid 2. Recently I've been branching out a little bit more with my speedruns. I learned James Bond 007 Everything or Nothing. Yes, that is the full name of the game. It's a 007 James... No, it is James Bond 007 Everything or Nothing is the full name of that game. So I learned that, and I've been submitting that to some marathons. In fact, I have that on backup for Steel City Speedsters. And then after that, I learned Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers, which I've thoroughly enjoyed. I actually had that on backup for Icebreaker the other weekend. And I have submitted both of those to Insta Speedathon as well. So I am very... Oh, I don't know what happened there, but Snake did not want to... Sometimes the controls in this game are funky. Snake did not want to go down that ladder. Okay, I did kill him. A bit worried there. Alright, we still do have a couple more sort of funky things that we can do. So we immediately area reload. Now call Otacon. Get out. As long as I don't leave, here should be fine. And I'll just wait for Otacon to call back. Area reload to skip that. And we are straight out. It's slightly quicker to do it that way. Alright, Metal Gear Rex. Metal Gear Rex is defeated. So for some reason, Metal Gear Rex can easily be defeated by just simply area reloading over and over and over again. I am now going to mute my game audio and concentrate on trying to get an infinite Liquid combo. Liquid has no dialogue here because we're using a trick called minimal install, which removes quite a lot of the dialogue. Anyway, I'm going to concentrate. Okay, not perfect, but very nice recoveries. Whoops, and I then ran the wrong way. That could have been better. It could have been all in one go, but I'll take that. I'm reasonably happy with that. I don't think this is going to be sub 30, which is what I was hoping for. Ooh.
All right, keys.
But to be honest, with that boba skip, getting how bad that boba skip was, getting sub 30 on this was going to be very tricky. My aim more has been to try and get. My aim more has been trying to get. Oh my god, my controller is like spazzing out. It really does not like me doing what I'm doing.
Uh-oh, Snake.
Oh, good shot.
We'll never make it. Okay, Snake, let's go.
Right. second checkpoint.
We're not out of the woods yet. We'll never make it. Snake, clear a path.
That wasn't a great checkpoint, but we'll take it. So now we just have the end of the game. We have to beat Liquid. And on very easy difficulty, time ends when the timer in the top right corner of the game disappears. There is no IGT. There's no score screen at the end of very easy. So the timer stops on loss of control instead of the score screen appearing like every other category. Just one more reason why we run very easy for the Trilogy. There goes 30 minutes. I get the feeling I'm actually going to be behind my PB for the Trilogy with this run. Bobusket really wasn't, and I am not doing very well at this. Missed that shot. I got one of those transition shots. This is a really bad escape as well. Oh, come on. And that is time. So I can Alt F4. I can hit that button. Alt Tab over to there. Now we have music for MGS2. Load game. Plan. Tanker plan. Very easy. Radar type 1. And we're off. Alright, we move on to Phase 2. Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance, or Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, whichever you prefer. Volume up, because Metal Gear Solid 2 is extremely quiet. I do not know why. This is the again. This is the original PC port of Metal Gear Solid 2. It runs faster than the Master Collection, so that's why we still use this. And we have we have extra tools that we're allowed to use in speedrunning. The calm motorist that you see in the bottom right-hand corner is turbo. There is built-in turbo into this game. You just have to do some code shenanigans to unlock it, and we're allowed to in speedrunning. So the indicator there, whenever it says calm motorist, turbo is disabled. Whenever it says furious motorist, turbo is enabled. And there is a story behind that, which I'm not going to go into today. Because we've got other more important things about this speedrun to worry about. So our first job here is to get to our first boss fight, Olga. Once we defeat Olga, we will get a lethal pistol, which we can use to get through the engine room. It is random which side she starts on. She's started on the side I prefer, so I'm happy about that. So a couple of quick shots there.
I've been with the unit
Bit of unskippable dialogue.
I grew up on the battlefield.
Splits slightly in the wrong place, so I'm going to fix that.
The unit.
Good, that was a headshot. We want one more headshot. Ah, she got backwards. Oh, that was not a headshot. That was an arm shot.
Nothing except the unit.
Oh, that was also an arm. This is awful.
Nothing else matters to me.
That was not a great Olga. This is Zone of the Enders demo disc. The only reason anyone bought Zone of the Enders was because it included a demo, the first demo for Metal Gear Solid 2. So that's Olga. I'll be honest, that was not a great fight. That could have been a lot better. But we now have her gun. Unfortunately, it has no ammo in it, so we can't finish her off. Although, if you use cheats to give yourself ammo, she's invincible anyway. So now we're going to head back downstairs. We're going to take an alert, which doesn't matter because we are on very easy difficulty. As soon as you transition into a different room, your alert disappears. It's the only difficulty in MGS2 that does it. I also believe MGS2 is the only game that does it. Metal Gear Solid 1 doesn't. And Metal Gear Solid 3 doesn't. We do have a little glitch here. We're gonna it's very similar to the Boba skip actually. This is called the Prozac skip, where we're going to extend Snake's hitbox to hit a loading zone trigger on the other side of a door, which is this one here. Let's equip the USP, equip magazine. But this one's done like that by throwing a magazine. Or any throwable and spinning at the same time. That is doable in Twin Snakes as well. And we use to skip the elevator right at the start. I have speedrun Zone of the Enders 1. Only one. I've never speedrun 2. In fact, I still haven't played 2. But speedruns of 1 was really interesting. Very, very different game to anything else I've speedrun. I'm going to play this safe, and I'm just going to take that guard out and roll him. I've been screwing this section up royally lately. There we go. What? What? How did I get stung by a second guard there? That never happened. That never happens. Oh well. We have our next little boss fight, the guard rush. Ooh. Not the fastest I've done, but nice finish. Alright, I am going to play this safe. I am not even going to attempt ladder glitch. I'm just going to play this safe and not bother with ladder glitch, because I do not want... Apparently I can't grab... Apparently I cannot grab the ledge anyway. That is still faster than... That's better. That was okay. That was dumb. So there's a trick called ladder glitch where you just completely ignore these ladders and you glitch your way down to the floor. I have very, very mixed results when it comes to trying ladder glitch. So I figured just for this run, I was going to just play it safe. Oh, Snake! Wanted you to roll, not go on the floor. Let's go turn that. Freeze those two guards if they're out my way. All over there. Oh, make sure that's some previous. And now we've got some photos to take. We can take these photos, because we're in widescreen, we can take these photos from just 2 positions. I'm going to take 2 here. There. Oh, we have a raid.
Base, send backup.
Alert. Incoming raid from Fire Thief. With
Fire Thief, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome to you and your lovely viewers. All right, we are done in the tanker. As long as I got all 4 photos, which I did. I did indeed get all 4 photos. So yes, tanker is now complete. We can move on to the plant. Thank you, Crazy. So now we move on to our next character. That's one of the lovely things about the Metal Gear Solid Trilogy speedrun, is you actually play as 3 different characters throughout the whole thing. Yes, there is a slight crossover with you playing as Snake at the start of MGS2 and of course for the whole of MGS1. But now we get to play as Raiden, and then for Metal Gear Solid 3 we're going to play as Snake's dear daddy, Big Boss. Or Naked Snake, as he is referred to in Metal Gear Solid 3. Have you ever just taken pictures of the general and the plot? Oh yes, I have explored I've explored this game a lot over the years. I'm just gonna hold that. No, it's gonna go swing. Then we got our next codec. I like Raiden. Did you see my message at the start of the stream, Ari? I did not. I'll be honest, I've not seen a huge amount of the chat. I'm trying to pay attention to it whilst also trying to chat. So if there's something specific you want, tell me again. Tell me again. That's the best thing to do. So of the 3 runs, MGS2 is my weakest. I'm not actually a huge fan of the Metal Gear Solid 2 speedrun. I find it can be a little boring. And I think when I finally get around to learning like European Extreme, which I do want to do this year, I think my opinion of that will change. Screaming rules of nature when Raiden does anything. I really like that idea. Look at it. Come on, Raiden. Rules of nature! I've got to be quiet. My son's asleep in bed. That was really stupid. Oh my god. Heidi will absolutely murder me if I shout and Alex wakes up. Revengeance is on my list of things to speedrun. I would still like to speedrun it at some point. I love Revengeance. To be fair, I don't think there is a Metal Gear Solid game I don't like. I don't think I've ever come across a Metal Gear Solid game I don't like. Snake's Revenge is very close. Very close to not liking. And if you're thinking of the obvious one, I like it. I still like it. Oh, and I adore the Acid games. Thanks for being on the top of the Stuck page. Pleasant surprise. As I really enjoyed the NS Lux. Oh, that's cool. You're very welcome. Oh, did I used a picture of you as an example of part of a Stuck layout. I think is what you're saying there. I honestly cool. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad people appreciate being there. I mean, I didn't like specifically ask for permission or anything, mainly because all of the stuff is kind of in the public domain anyway, so I didn't really think there was a problem. But I'm glad people like being on there. I talked about this on my own stream recently about the fact that I really think Metal Gear Acid 3 would be fantastic right now. Like, imagine playing it on a mobile device, on a Steam Deck, on the Switch. New follower. Thornius, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Albion Speedrun Collective. I think it would be absolutely fantastic. Because, you know, we were looking at this, the other day. Acid 1 is 20 years old. It's 20 years old. Yeah, Acid 1's 20 years old. And, you know, think about how much the gaming landscape has changed in 20 years, how much deck builders have changed. You've only got to look at games like Balatro, Slay the Spire, Monster Train. I'm pretty sure that's a deck building game. You know, you've only got to look at those games and how they've evolved and how, you know, how the mechanics have evolved. I think Acid 3 would be really, really good. Only an Acid can drink alcohol. So I should probably explain actually what's going on in this speedrun. We're on the bomb section, and in the bomb section, there's actually 2 completely different routes you can take. They are called clockwise and anti-clockwise. And for very easy difficulty, it actually doesn't make that much difference which one you do. As the difficulty increases, anti-clockwise becomes more efficient. And if you're running with longer load times, anti-clockwise is slightly more efficient. I do anti-clockwise anyway because I think it's way more interesting. So you can go round the big shell in whichever order you like. There is a C4 on the other side of that, and by being in the right position, you can hit it from this side. So basically, it just means which way round the big shell you go. Do you go clockwise? Do you go anti-clockwise? By going anti-clockwise, we get to do a couple of extra tricks. There's actually a couple of rooms that we get to skip. So now I'm going to head over to strut F. Portable Ops for a PSP game, Portable Ops is really good. It hasn't aged particularly well, but for a PSP game, Portable Ops is fantastic. All of the PSP games are fantastic. So strut F. I'm gonna take that guy out. Oh, I should have just rolled through him. Never mind. We've got our next bomb here. The bombs are always in the same positions. It's only as the difficulties increase that you start getting more bombs. They're still in, they're not there's no RNG with the bomb placements, but you get more bombs to take care of, and their positions do change slightly as the difficulty changes. Yeah, Snake Eater 3D is. I would not recommend Snake Eater 3D. I have done speedruns of Snake Eater 3D, and I did once do an all Yoshi run of Snake Eater 3D. If you know Metal Gear Solid 3, you'll know that there are keratin frogs to shoot. Well, they are replaced by Yoshis in the 3DS version, and they are all in different positions. So I did once go through and find them all, but I still haven't actually put it into a proper speedrun yet. Thanks, Fossabot. I actually bought a Circle Pad Pro for my 3DS just so that I could play, because I have no idea how you're supposed to play Snake Eater 3D without the Circle Pad Pro. Sounds awful. Sounds like an awful experience. Because amazingly, there really weren't that many games on the 3DS that took advantage of the Circle Pad Pro. And also, every time I say Circle Pad Pro, I feel like I'm in an infomercial. Come pick up the new Circle Pad Pro. It picks up everything. Dirt, grime, limescale. You can clean your entire kitchen with a breeze with the Circle Pad Pro. Without it was awful. I can imagine. So with anti-clockwise, we do get this interesting little trick. We get to climb up on here. We're going to equip the box, and we are going to fast travel back to strut C. Doing so this way cuts out a couple of loading zones and a codec call. So we grab sensor B before we're told to collect it, and now we are going to head over towards strut D, the only strut we haven't done yet. And then once we've done that, we will have done all of the struts. Take that guy out. Keep rolling. The new 3DS nipple. Never had a new 3DS. Cool. I didn't die this time, so that's an improvement.
Who's there? Who's there?
Take that guy out. Oh, I'm pretty sure I already had the coolant on my previous. I'm not sure why I menued to it, but well. Okay, so that is all of the bombs that we just have to run around and find. We do still have a few bombs to go yet. In fact, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more bombs. Thankfully, all but one of them are in the exact same location. So now we head through to the DE connecting bridge. This is where we get the phone call to say Pliskin has found the final bomb. He's defused it, and that activated the actual real bomb that is at the bottom of strut A. So to get to strut A, we're going to go back to the parcel room, strut E, and we're going to fast travel there. That's why we picked up boxes on our way round. So we're going to do exactly the same trick again, just equip box 3 at the end of it rather than box 1, or box C instead of box A. I think they're letters. Oh no, they're box 3. It's MGS 1 where they're... MGS 1 and 3 they're letters, and MGS 2 and Twin Snakes they're numbers. Nipple feel is very important. Never underestimate. Here we equip the cardboard box going down because as a result, Raiden is now crouched, and therefore we hit the loading zone trigger half a second quicker. Yeah. So the bomb here is, again, the bomb is always in the same location, but it does move if you're on a different difficulty. So it's always in the same location on the same difficulty, but some difficulties have it in a different spot. It's right there. Don't want to go in the water. And we have our next quote-unquote boss fight, which is against Fortune. Now, Fortune isn't really a boss fight. She does not... we can't fight her. 1, 2... Hopefully this setup is correct. We punch twice to get into position, and we now just basically we want Fortune to take out as much of the as many objects in the room as possible as quickly as possible. And this is the ideal. Hopefully, if I timed this right, she should now shoot the light. Yep, shoots that light fixture, and she shoots that light fixture. And now we just want her to shoot anything. She starts laughing, so we move to the front. Try and get her to shoot this barrel. She's going to move forwards. MGS4 speedrun without cutscene. That sounds awful. I'm not going to lie. That sounds terrible. She shoots the barrel. Move. It explodes. Vamp's on his way down. Now I want her to shoot this barrel. She's been a bit slow. Fortune, shoot the barrel. Fortune, shoot the barrel. Fortune, shoot the barrel. Fortune, shoot the barrel. Finally! Okay, but she's immediately moved on to the final bit, so we're okay. It really is one of the best movies. It is one of the best movies out there. I love MGS4, but I really, really don't want to speedrun it. All right, there are Claymore mines in. Oh, I triggered one without getting hit by it, so that's cool. That's always good when you can do that. It's gonna roll, keep running down here. We got to get to Strat F again. If you can suffer through survive, you can manage MGS4. Well, after starting from next week, I don't. Oh, we're gonna scare a guard with a box. Oh no, he's not gonna look at me. Never mind. Starting next week, I'm not really tied down to anything other than this Klonoa 2 run I've got for Steel City Speedsters. Box.
It's the enemy. I need help.
So I'm actually going to start for the first time in several years, if you don't include Metal Gear Solid Delta. And I don't, because it was just Metal Gear Solid 3 again. I'm actually going to start learning my first new Metal Gear game in a very, very long time. And I'm going to start learning Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain. So back in the parcel room, we don't need to do any more parcel room shenanigans. TPP is finally happening. From next week, I will be... Unless I get another speedrun into a marathon that I really, really need to practice. I've been speedrunning Klonoa 2 for over 10 years. I don't need any more practice at it. So now we have our first real boss fight for Raiden. This is the Fat Man boss fight. Oh, I got a fast coolant there. Okay, so for Fat Man, we're going to stand about here. Knock him down. Shoot him there. I'm going to turn around, equip the coolant. Deactivate this bomb. White stood in the right spot for that. Shoot him again. Hopefully he goes down here. Nice. Finish him off. Stand here. Get the last bomb. Ping. That's Fat Man. Here, we want to equip the coolant and then equip nothing. Pick Fat Man up because the final bomb, and this is, I promise, the final bomb. We are done with bombs. Sick cartwheels. Rules of nature! I really want to. There is a sound file for ride and cartwheeling. That sort of. I want to go into the code and I want to change that sound file to just the scream rules of nature, so that every time he does a cartwheel, the game just screams rules of nature. That'd be great. Fat Man is freaking great. I will not hear anything bad about Fat Man. I love Fat Man. I think he is such a fantastic character. So underused. Oh god, do it. If I can figure out how to do it, I will try. That would be amazing. So now we are heading over to Shell 1 core. We have the uniform. We don't have the gun yet. On very easy difficulty only, there is a gun in the core building. In any other difficulty, we'd have to go back to the warehouse and grab it. But very easy adds one for us, which is very nice of it. Large man on roller skates who loves explosives. What is not? Well, yeah, what is not to love about it? Oh, no, I wasn't necessarily saying that you called him cartoonish was bad. I just was warning people not to say anything bad about Fat Man. I will not hear anything bad about Fat Man. Fat Man is freaking great. Love him. So we now have the full outfit, but that's not going to stop us from bashing this guy. We have our next little speedrun trick, a little optimization in this next room. So we need to go and grab the D-mic. And there's a trick that we can do here by deliberately getting an alert. I'm going to turn around, I'm going to plant a claymore, I'm going to shoot that claymore, it's going to explode, I'm going to get an alert. Whilst in alert phase, guards will see through your disguise. In evasion and caution, they do not. So the advantage of doing this is twofold. Firstly, it removes almost all of the guards from this room. You don't have to try and get... If you bump into a guard whilst in the uniform, your uniform gets knocked off for some bizarre reason. But so all of the guards get out of your way. But the other big advantage is the elevator stays open. So we don't have to wait for the elevator to come back down again. Here, I want to try and get a quick run on that guard. Excellent. Lovely. Get him inside. You are clear to enter. Welcome to Pizza Planet. We deliberately have a setting on which is called Old Beauty, so every single hostage is an... Oh, there's Ames. That's not a bad Ames. Ames is completely RNG on New Game Plus as to where he can be. That's not too bad. Depending on what time of day you play the game, will determine what kind of setup of hostages you get. If you play after 10 p.m., you get you get the Old Beauties, which every hostage except for Ames is an Old Beauty, because it's a time of day thing, which is kind of a bit, you know, it's a bit annoying that some runs can be faster or better optimized just from the time of day you play the game. There is a mod that we use so that we always get the same one. We always get Old Beauties. I believe the trigger is Fat Man. If you defeat Fat Man after 10 p.m, you'll always get Old Beauties. So our disguise is now useless. We need to start heading over towards Shell 2. But there is a set of Semtex on the C2, the Shell 1-2 connecting bridge, and we're going to need to take it out. So we need to go and grab the sniper rifle, the PSG-1. Which is right here in strut F. Just going to pop into here. PSG-1. There it is. We do not need the extra ammo because we're not going to be using it that much. That is completely true. Last year, my wife bought us a new car. It is a bright orange Mazda. And I came onto the stream asking people for suggestions as to what I should call it. My last car was called Rosa, after Rosa Diaz from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I did once have a car called Zeke, after Metal Gear Zeke. Can't remember what. I have had a tendency to name cars after Metal Gears. I think it was Zeke. Was it Zeke? Was it? Oh no, Kodo. Sorry, my I had a Vauxhall Corsa which I called Kodo, which is named after the Metal Gear from Metal Gear Acid 1, Kodoke. I think I had a computer that I named Raxa. Nice. That, I'm still worried that that cipher is moving to the right and not moving up. Oh. There we go, that's all of them. Right, I need to concentrate on this fight. This is the hardest fight in the game. To get, it's not hard, it's easy to do. It's hard to do well in the speedrun, so I'm going to concentrate. Oh, I missed. That shot didn't connect. Oh, no. Oh, I've screwed it. No super fast Harrier for me today. I should still be able to finish it before we get into the big bit. As long as that connects. Nice finish. That was a nice finish. Oh, and my cat is called... Yes, my cat is called Eli. So yeah, I came onto the stream asking for suggestions, and because my car is orange, the suggestion was to call it Shelly. I told Heidi. I gave the suggestion to Heidi, and she was really happy with the suggestion until she later found out what it was, which is the exact same tactic I used to call our cat Eli. Oh no, wrong bit. I was trying to grab the AK ammo that's there, but there is no AK ammo there. It's the next drop down. There's AK ammo. Yeah, I did the exact same thing with naming our cat. We were trying to come up with names for our cat. And without telling her what they meant, I just started going through a load of Metal Gear Solid names that I knew wouldn't mean anything to her. So I said David, I said Hal, I said Solidus's name. Oh crap! I forgot the. Oh dear, that wasn't good. This is a bit slow. I screwed that up. I forgot to throw a chaff grenade. Yeah, so I said George, as George Sears, Solidus, and yeah, I just kept saying a bunch of different names related to Metal Gear, and I said Eli, which is obviously Liquid's.
New follower.
Oh, that was close. Okay, that was not a very good section. I completely dropped the bomb on that. Undertaker 180, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Albion Speedrun Collective. So yeah, I said Eli to her, and she was like, "Oh, I should really like that. Eli sounds great." Because when we adopted our cat, his name was Boris, and we were both adamant that we were not going to keep the name Boris. Not keeping a cat named after the worst prime minister this country has ever had. Well, I suppose if we were going to name it after the worst, it would probably be called Liz, wouldn't it? Anyway, another story. So yeah, she really liked Eli. Eli stuck, and then I decided to tell her that was the name of Liquid Snake. She was not pleased, but by that point, Eli had stuck. And that's why our cat is called Eli. Grab the Nikita. And I'm going to head back. For any fans of Metal Gear Solid 2 speedrunning, sad news, I will not be doing Swim Glitch. And I physically can't do Emma Bump because I'm running Windows 11. Windows 11 prevents the Emma Bump, which is really bizarre. His son is called Guns of the Patriots. I don't believe there is a Metal Gear Solid character called Alex. Alex is not named after anything. There is no one in our lives, no specific character or anything that I'm aware of called Alex that we named him after. Alex was simply a name we both liked.
What are you doing?
If anyone wants to prove me wrong and say, yes, there actually is a character in Metal Gear Solid called Alex, then go for it. I don't believe there is. Oh, I've not got turbo on. The lesser known cabbage snake. Cabbage snake. So we meet up with the president. President's going to kill himself. No, sorry. No, Ocelot's going to kill the president. We're going to do a sweep flip to get to the door as quickly as possible. Rules of nature! And then Snake is a pretty keen photographer, and he's pretty proud of some photographs that he took.
I took these photos.
Unfortunately, we're going to cut him off. There's an Alexandra in MGS5, but she's just a nurse. Oh, it's one of the nurses called Alexandra. I did not know that. Those nurses have names? How do they have names? Oh, thank you. Thanks, dude. It is nice to be back. I took quite an extended break from Metal Gear Solid. I hadn't streamed any Metal Gear Solid since November when I then started getting ready for this run. I have really enjoyed. I've really enjoyed Lord of the Rings: Two Towers. I'm really surprised at how much I'm really enjoying that run. And at the moment, I'm still doing a lot of stuff with it off stream. I need to learn Gimli next, because I absolutely will be submitting Two Towers to SGDQ this year as a remote runner, with a bid incentive to run Aragorn, Legolas, or Gimli. So I think that's a really, really good idea. And my axe! We meet up with Stillman again, sort of. You're alright, Raiden. Don't worry about your oxygen. You'll be fine. You'll be right. And we've got our next boss fight, which is Vamp. It is a kind of a blink and you'll miss it fight, so do not look away. Gonna head inside. Take a step forwards. And that is Vamp. Vamp was defeated. Make sure I grab that ammo because I'm going to need it later. We do fight Vamp a second time, and believe it or not, it's even faster the second time. Oh, I got hit by that. I thought it was a little too high up there. Oh, well, not a major time loss. Now we are going to go and meet up with Emma Emmerich. And in my humble opinion, the game has just ended. That's it. The speed run is over. There is nothing left of this run. Yes, Vamp is not called Vamp because he is a vampire, because he is not a vampire. Vamp is called Vamp because he is bisexual. Because he's not a vampire, it's all nanomachines, son! Oh, when I finally do learn Rising Revengeance, we are in for a whale of a time, aren't we? Love Revengeance. Armstrong is one of the best villains in the entire series. In fact, arguably the best villain in the entire series. Not a lot going on here. One thing I will I will alert you to ahead of time so that you can be prepared for it. I went the wrong way there. Yeah, crap. I actually did go the wrong way. That's a bit slow. Oh well. Oh, I hope that doesn't... Oh, sugar. I might actually have to come up for air for Emma, or she might be slow. Yeah, I'm gonna... Yeah, that was really dumb. One thing I will point out, because we're using a heavily modded version of MGS2, we have loads of I say heavily modded, not as in like we're completely like breaking the game open and stuff like that, just like little things and little patches to make things work better or for speedrun purposes and stuff like that. One of the neat little things that did get added to this is we can change the mobile phone rings. You have a phone that rings and sends you text with advice at times. There's an option to change the ringtone to the tone that was in the original Japanese version of Metal Gear Solid 2. It's only ever in that version. Every other version just had a ring. If I get past this guard, okay? Just about. But the ringtone in the original Japanese release is very different, and we have the option to change it. So I did, and it's really cool. So prepare for that, because it's coming up soon. Making the mother of all omelets here, Jack. Oh, and also Rise. Revengeance's music is just banger. We do have one little Emma trick that we can still do. It's called the Emma Bump, where I'm going to push her through into there. By doing that, it means Emma starts here in this room rather than directly behind me. So yeah, we are about to get a text to let us know that we can use the coolant spray to put out the fire. And yeah, make sure you listen to the tone. I'm going to be quiet because I know the game's a lot quieter. See you, Thordius. Thanks for tuning in. And thanks for following. Anyway, tune. I love that. It's so nice. Yeah, for some reason, as I say, the original Japanese release of Sons of Liberty has that tone, and every other version just has a generic ring. I don't know why they cut it, because it's so cute. It's really nice. Right, now we go into the next kind of slow bit, but everyone really likes it because the music's really cool. This is Twilight Sniping. We do get a bit of a break. We've got to escort Emma over the... well, I say escort Emma. Emma is going to make her way over the oil fence, and we have to snipe things that are going to get in her way. We're on very easy difficulty, so it is incredibly easy. In fact, if you really wanted to, you could just call Snake and have him do it. Fun fact, if you're doing a blindfolded speedrun of this, that is exactly what you do. This is impossible blindfolded. Because there is no auto aim or anything like that with the sniper rifle. So yeah, if you're doing a blindfolded speedrun of this, and I have routed the entire game blindfolded. I've never done a full run, but I have routed the whole game blindfolded. Yeah, here, this section, you just call Snake, you finish this call, immediately call Snake back, and just let him do it. Oh, that was close. That guard was very, very close there to spotting Emma. I think there's 2 more. Or is this the last one? Oh yeah, there's one. Okay, we're good for a bit. We get a bit of a break. Oh, the music's lovely. Whoops. Put my controller down and accidentally put it on there. Do need to keep it out. Eventually, I will need to start taking out some more guards. We're gonna wait. We have to wait for Emma to go around. I don't know why she goes around the back. If you do whip out when she goes around the back of the middle one, if you do whip out the D mic, she has a conversation with Johnny Sasaki back there. We don't do it in a speed run because it is a time loss. She does slow down and stop to have that conversation. So we definitely don't do that in a speed run. It's a funny little conversation where he lets her go because he thinks that women on the battlefield are a curse after what happened in Metal Gear Solid 1 with Meryl. And then he gets diarrhea and has to run away. Good old Johnny. Meryl's future husband. Was a pretty dumb plotline in Metal Gear Solid 4. Spoiler alert. Spoiler. Once I've learnt Phantom Pain, I only need to learn MGS4, and then I'm ready for the anthology run. I quite enjoy the Metal Gear, the multiple Metal Gear runs. I've done a lot of them. I've done the official ones. I've done some official ones, which is this, the Metal Gear Solid Trilogy. I've done Master Collection Volume 1, which is all 5 games. So Metal Gear 2, Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3 from the Master Collection. I've done the Shadow Moses Trilogy. I'm the world record holder for Shadow Moses Trilogy because I'm the only bugger who's ever done it. Which is Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear Solid the Twin Snakes, and then Act 4 only of Metal Gear Solid 4. So it's all of the ways you can play Shadow Moses, hence the name, the Shadow Moses Trilogy. I also, I've done the Metal Gear duology, which is Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. I've done the Metal Gear Trilogy, which is Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, and Metal Gear Ghost Babel. And I also invented, I invented 2 more, one of which is an official run and one of which isn't. I've done the Master Collection Trilogy, so this is what we're doing right now, but running the Master Collection versions. There is no speedrun category for it. It doesn't exist because it doesn't need to, because there's already different ways of doing it. But I also invented one which is an official leaderboard, which is the Metal Gear Solid Frog Tags Trilogy. Originally I called it all collectibles, but then people argued that I wasn't getting all collectibles in MGS3 because I wasn't getting all the camos and face paints and stuff. So it changed to Frog Tags. So it is Twin Snakes, all dog tags, MGS2, all dog tags, and MGS3, all keratins. If you're not familiar with my speedrun work, one of the other things that I'm particularly famous for is I am a big advocate for Metal Gear Solid 3's all keratins speedrun. I have showcased all keratins in numerous events, including GDQ's Disaster Relief Done Quick. I did all keratins European Extreme. I absolutely love all keratins, and no, I am not well known for running wacky races. All right, Vamp 2, as I said, blink and you'll miss it. There we go, Vamp 2. I should clarify, I have ran wacky races, but I'm not known for running wacky races. To be clear, because there are a few different wacky races games, Wacky Races starring Dastardly and Muttley is the game I run. Which was developed in the town I was living in at the time of its development. It was developed in Sheffield in the UK. And at the time of it being developed, I was living in Sheffield. Take that out. Hopefully not hit a mine. Here's hoping I don't get a massive slowdown in this hole. Shouldn't do. No, we're good. I've had problems with the Master Collection where that a huge amount of bugs has caused a massive slowdown if my graphics card is doing too many other things. Fan of Tetley tea, not especially. I drink tea. I don't have a particular affiliation or brand loyalty for a specific tea. I will drink tea. I don't care which. I don't care what brand it is. As long as it's just normal breakfast tea, I will drink it. I had a cup of Twinings breakfast tea this morning. Was at a work event in London, and I had Twinings, which was lovely. When I am buying tea, it is usually Yorkshire tea, but usually because that's what's in stock or that's what's cheapest, not because of anything else. Yorkshire Gold or get out. Oof, tough crowd. We're gonna go on great in Manchester.
Olga, you can't keep this up. They're bound to find you.
Listen, I'll free you in a little while. Brace yourself.
So we get punched by Olga. Now we're gonna call Rose. I'm gonna call Rose myself because we are ready to call Rose. Strike me as a Lipton's lad. Oh, no, I don't drink. No, I don't drink iced tea. Yeah. Never been interested in iced tea. Tea tasting on stream. See if I can work out which tea's which. I've never been that interested enough in tea. I enjoy tea, but I've never been that interested in tea to sort of work out which is my favorite tea.
Somebody there.
I don't think I've ever had iced tea. Right, so here what we want to do, I want to punch. Get across. Oh, okay, that's fine. I got across. Ideally, I don't want the alert because it's a little bit of a slowdown here where I've got to punch that dude and then roll, and also I get shot. But that was okay. I've had worse. So we are now in the ascending colon. This is where the GWAI is going out of control. Oh, I pushed the button slightly too early. Slight time loss. We're just answering a bunch of codecs whilst naked. Get the this one. One more to answer, and then I automatically answer the next one. So I'll hold select and instantly answer the next one. We are nearly done with Metal Gear Solid 2. However, for each run in the trilogy that we do, we are bound by that game's timings, which means we do indeed have to watch the credits. For MGS 2 and 3, we do have to sit through 9 to 10 minutes of credits for each one. Right here, there is nothing to do. You know, I've only just noticed that I had added Metal Gear Solid 1's time, even though I don't have individual splits for each split, I had added the overall time, and I did come out of Metal Gear Solid 1 6.8 seconds behind. The game swap being behind it isn't a problem. We remove that time. Yeah, that's a bit disappointing. That Boba skip really... I really should have reset. To be honest, I really should have reset on Boba skip dying like that. There is a fair bit more time saving in 2 and 3 though. So here's hoping. The world record is 146 something. We always get shot at that bit. Remember the Prozac skip that we did in the tanker to get through the engine room with Snake? We do the exact same thing here with Raiden. Skip Tengu's 1. Not stood in a great position here, I don't think. Oh no, this is okay. So here we just have a set number of Tengus that we have to kill, and the easiest thing to do is to just aim at this door, shoot them as they come through, and let Snake deal with any that come through the other door. Let one get through. We get these fission mailed bits. Just don't mean anything. Nearly done. Snake's finished it. Alright, we have our penultimate boss fight, and we also have the best line in the game.
Not a bad idea, though. Using fire to
How many people have done this trilogy run? Probably about half a dozen, I think. So, if I can pull it up on my phone, I don't like alt-tabbing out of these games.
It's a development program to
Let's have a look.
solid snake.
Speedrun.com.
The result is a Foxhound Commando. When Foxhound no longer exists, a simulated
May I have a
solid
look?
snake shaped by VR regimen. Sound like someone you know, Jack? I'm sorry to see you reduced to one of the
Metal
Patriots.
Gear Solid Trilogy. Sankrate 4. The world record is held by Delfino Plaza Guy at 2 hours, 46 minutes and 51 seconds. In second place is NickRPGreen with 2 hours, 49 minutes and 55 seconds. Third place is House Test with 200... hang on. It's baked. Love that line. House Test is third, 2 hours, 51 minutes and 30 seconds. And in fourth place is Il Pazzo, 3 hours, 7 minutes and 26 seconds. You ran from it.
And now you've been led back
Right, the Ray fight here, there is a slight bit of technical that I have to do, which is shoot very, very quickly there. Good, I'm fine. I got him. You gotta make sure you get that shot right. And then you get the really fast version of it.
Are you awake yet, Jack?
So,
The Arsenal AI.
we've got this little bit. We are allowed to use turbo to get through the torture bit here with being strangled. Part of the reason why turbo is allowed for Metal Gear Solid 2, partly it allows us to skip cutscenes and codecs really quickly without having to mash, but also on, it's particularly European Extreme, this torture is almost impossible. Unless you are an absolute expert at mashing, and I am not in the slightest, this is almost impossible on European Extreme. It is ridiculous how hard it is to survive that torture. It's so bad. We have quite a few codecs and cutscenes to get through, then we'll have our final fight against Solidus, and then we have 9 minutes of credits, where I will also be muting the audio, because this game, this audio loves to hit a copyright strike. Unfortunately, I don't have a way of doing it on my Stream Deck. I do have to alt-tab out, but it should be fine. So yeah, just the fight against Solidus to go. Punch, slice, slice, slice. We stand about here so that he does his missiles. Slice, slice, slice. Again, stand about here so he does missiles. Slice, slice, slice. And now we want to get over as far away as possible. Yay! So Serena does a little dash there. He goes to whichever end you are not at. So we need to get back over to that side as quickly as possible so he doesn't go all the way to the other side of the arena. So that was nice. That was a really nice phase 1. We move into phase 2. Sweet, he just went in for the elbow. We want to get right nice and close and hope he kicks, which he didn't. Oh, and he's gone for a combo. And that is Metal Gear Solid 2. Outside of the credits, that's Metal Gear Solid 2.
Remember this place?
I'm going to mute the audio now. So yeah, predicted time of 1:05:22. That is IGT. That predicted time in the top right is not. That is loads removed as well. IGT and MGS2 includes removing load times. It's about 9 minutes, so I'm pretty sure we're going to come out of. I've got 10 minutes. So we're going to come out of this slightly ahead, not that much. It's all going to come down to Metal Gear Solid 3. So whilst MGS2 is going on, as I have had to mute the audio because this piece of music does get flagged for copyright. So I'm gonna take a short break just to pop to the loo, have a drink. So I will keep this up. I'm not going to go to a break screen. Just enjoy watching the credits with no sound. But before I do, now is a good reminder of what we're doing here and why we're doing all of this. Welcome to the, if you've not been here yet already, welcome to the Albion Speedrun Collective Twitch channel. All this week, 4 members of our team have been streaming on the channel just to get us to affiliate status. You only need to do 4 streams within 30 days, and you need to have 25 followers. We are closing on 50 followers, and our streams over the last 4 days have been great. So I have no doubt that we will hit affiliate after this. So thank you all very much for your support. If you're not already following the channel, please do. We are close to hitting 50, which does hit us another milestone with Twitch. But most importantly, we are obviously trying to gather interest and awareness of our first live event in the UK that is coming up April 11th and 12th at Manchester Anime and Gaming Con. The Albion Speedrun Marathon Manchester is taking place. Submissions are open. You can type exclamation mark submission in the channel, I think you type a Wengus. I can't remember. You can type something, and there will be some. There you go. All of them, Fluthen can just post the link. That also works. So yeah, submissions are open. It is live. It is a live event only. We're not accepting online runs. So if you do want to run, or if you want to watch, or if you want to commentate, or if you want to volunteer, you will need to buy a ticket and attend. But of course, that gets you into an entire anime and gaming con for the weekend as well. And it's a fantastic time. I've been to 2 of them. Now I've not been to the Manchester one. I've only ever been to the London one, although I went to 2 very different London ones. Yeah, they're a lot of fun. And the next Manchester one's going to have a speedrun marathon at it. So do go and check that out. As I said, do give us a follow, because obviously we will be, as well as it being at the event, we will be streaming it to Twitch. We are raising money for a local Manchester charity called Everyone Can, which is a charity that helps people with illness and disabled people by giving them the opportunity to play video games. They develop their own tools and hardware and stuff to sort of give those people something. Yep, there's the link for it. Thank you. You're doing great, Floof. So yeah, go check it out, and obviously we are raising money for that cause as well. I really like the idea that wherever we go, because if this works, if we all enjoy it and we want to do more of it, and Anime League, which runs the convention, really like it. Anime League runs conventions all over the country, including Northern Ireland. So there could be the opportunity to do it again in the future. I have no doubt that we would probably do a London one if we were to continue doing it. If that's something that interests you, then please check it out. Give us a follow. Donate during the marathon. All of that good stuff. Because if it works and everyone's really happy with it, good things could be on the horizon. Anyway, I'm going to pop to the loo, enjoy the credits. I'm going to make sure I'm back in time because I do have to skip the last bit of cutscenes. We'll be right back with Metal Gear Solid 3 of this trilogy. Hello again, folks. I hope you're enjoying watching the credits for Metal Gear Solid 2. Metal Gear Solid 3 is on longer. Not too much longer now. Just under 3 minutes to go. Kojima is editing a thing prior to the state of play. I reckon it'll be DS2's PC release. I completely missed the fact that Death Stranding 2 was PS5 exclusive again, because so was Death Stranding 1. And like, I felt really bad that I'd missed out. Like, I loved Death Stranding 1. I thought it was really, really good. And I was sort of excited for DS2. And then DS2 came out and I just like didn't really pay much attention and didn't buy it. And then thought about it at one point. I was like, oh yeah, I really should get DS2 and play it, I suppose. And then finally remembered, oh yeah, it's not actually out on PC yet. I can't play it. Yeah, I don't have a PlayStation 5. I've got an Xbox Series S, which, to be honest, I bought pretty much exclusively for playing Metal Gear Solid 3 on it before the Master Collection came out. You do really need to have the right mindset. And I don't have a lot of time these days to really sink into a game properly. My phone could probably run Death Stranding 2. I don't think so. I have recently I've been looking at game emulation on phones. I successfully ran Ground Zeroes on my phone, which is pretty cool. I really enjoy Death Stranding. It does feel like the kind of game that I probably couldn't play again. It is a very strange game. I've absolute no issue at all with anyone who really didn't enjoy it and anyone who like absolutely adored it. It is a very polarizing game. But I really enjoyed it. I really got into like, you know, trying to build zip lines and roads and other stuff like that. I'm looking forward to seeing some of the other stuff that Kojima's got planned as well. Nearly there, folks. Very, very nearly done. Do you reckon he's put Jeff Keighley into DS2 as well? Jeff Keighley. All right, let's see. We can skip that as well. And time. So that is the second one. We are 1 minute and 5 seconds ahead. So it is all down to Metal Gear Solid 3. Which... There we go. I think I'm good. I think that's right.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two.
I think that's the right time to
East and
split.
West. This
Never really
marked
know
the
with
era called Cold War.
with MGS3. Anyway, Metal Gear Solid 3, probably my strongest of the three, and certainly the one where I'm expecting the most time save. Still don't get how people who are dead 100 years, because that's what MGS3 explains. No, what's my I think my camera's the wrong way around. I think I need to check. So I'm not sure how. Yeah, my camera's the wrong way around. And for some reason, hitting R3 equips and unequips my gun. And I'm not quite sure why. I probably should have stopped DS for Windows. Because that's almost certainly the cause. As soon as I get a moment, because I'm pretty sure, like during cutscenes and stuff, I can alt tab out of this. I'm gonna go and stop DS for Windows. So anyway, Metal Gear Solid 3. Again, we're on very easy difficulty. So this is a very, very straightforward run. We won't see it here in the Virtuous mission, but when we move on to Operation Snake Eater, we're gonna use the gun. Well, I do have it. I just don't need it in Virtuous mission. We're gonna use the easy gun, which is what makes very easy very easy. Very easy for all intents and purposes is just easy difficulty on MGS3, but with the easy gun, and the easy gun is completely broken, and so it should be. That's why this is a very easy difficulty. Right now, we're just going to make our way through the introduction, the Virtuous mission, where we are trying to rescue Sokolov, a defected Russian scientist. Who has been asked to build a nuclear weapon. Sounds familiar. Skip through all these codecs and cutscenes as quickly as we can. Oh, I do not like my camera. I don't know why my camera's inverted. Well, no, my camera's not inverted, and I don't know why. I deliberately changed it. I shouldn't need to change it anyway because I've loaded a save where it was saved. That way. I'm gonna have to. I'll see if I can manage without it. Play a little bit of Trauma Center. There we go. Done with all that. Try not to save it. The Major looks like Willem Dafoe in the remake. Can't say I'd noticed that, but... Oh, where am I running? I was confused. I like to be in the Snake Eater camera. Bit awkward. We're okay. We're okay. So I much prefer the Snake Eater camera. I probably am going to have to change the camera because I will have to use a 3D camera at some point. Don't understand. I've loaded a save. Right, well now we get to start using the easy gun. So the easy gun is a bit ridiculous. It is a single shot, instant tranquilizer. So it doesn't matter where on the body you shoot a guard, they instantly fall asleep. It has unlimited ammo. It is silenced. It has zoom. I think that's everything about the weapon. But it also has some extra perks. One of those extra perks is that we have a consistent 80% camouflage rating. Our footsteps are hidden. Our footstep sounds are hidden, rather, so guards can't hear us running. It increases our stamina. It recovers stamina if our stamina is low. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, because there's a lot of stuff that this gun does, and every time I explain what this gun does, I always forget something. But I can't remember what else there could be. Anyway, we're coming up to the first boss. This is the Ocelot units. We just need to take out all of them, and on very easy difficulty there is a very quick method of doing so, which hopefully I get right. Oh, it can heal random injuries, yes. We can do what's called the angel heal. So we don't want to say... No! Oh, I bloody pushed down first. Inputs on this game get eaten easily if... That was annoying. Right, so we're going to turn around. We're going to equip the stun grenades. No! Okay, I actually have to change it. Oh, what the frick? Oh, I changed own view. I have no idea what's going to happen now. I accidentally changed own view to... I still got 3 guards remaining. 1... 2, where's the last guard? Okay, that was bad. Yeah, that's why my camera was wrong. I didn't change it to camera reverse. I changed own view to reverse. So that was, considering what happened, that wasn't too bad. Could have been a lot worse. Luckily, that second stun grenade took out a lot of guards. We're fine now, we are fixed. I still need to try and turn off DS4 windows though, because I've still got this. That is also unequipping my gun. Should have done a bit more testing. It doesn't allow you to breathe underwater. That's one thing it doesn't do, I'll tell you that. I do now have a leech attached to me. We will not be removing that leech, and as a result, my final rank for this run will be leech. Into Bolshoi Pass South. I think I've explained everything. I could be wrong. I could have missed something. There's some Claymore mines here, so we're just going to make sure we move around those. Crawl through here. We can run as really close to this dog. He's not going to spot us because easy gun. Roll up these hills. Try and roll through this electric fence without getting hit, because I'm sometimes bad at that. No, all good. Great. Roll to here. There's another dog over there. We don't need to worry about him. Into Bolshoi Pass base. And we come up to our next boss in the next room, which is Ocelots. Which hopefully goes nice and quick as well. So because of the easy gun, like most of the rooms that we do, we just run from one to the other. It does mean it's a very easy run to learn. Sets you up very nicely for some of the other difficulties. I'm going to throw a stun grenade at him. Shoot again. Throw another stun grenade. Try and shoot him in the head here. Got him. And shooting the head again for the finish. That was a really nice Ocelot fight. That's hopefully made up for quite a bit of time loss that I've already had by that being a really good fight. Quite pleased with that. Now we have this nice, really long cave section. Nobody likes this cave section. But bosses in this run kind of come in pairs or triplets. We're now in the next room. We're going to fight the next boss, which is the Pain, which again is just use the easy gun, shoot them as quickly as possible. And then we actually get a bit of a break from bosses for a bit. And then we get the Fear and the End quite quickly together, and then a break. Yeah, they come in... You know, they sort of come in pairs and triplets to the bosses. Swap back to the Snake Eater camera. It's far easier to be in the Snake Eater camera as much as possible. One less thing to have to calibrate and maneuver and change and whatever word you want to use. So this is the pane. So we're just gonna... Oh. Oh, that is not great, if I'm honest. Okay, well, we've finished phase 1. Phase 2, start off by throwing a stun grenade at him. We can look at it, so apologies for the flash. But that is the pain done. We know exactly where he is. It doesn't matter that we've got a big white screen in front of us. We can just shoot him. That's a pretty good pain fight. Pretty happy with that. Phase 1 could have been a bit quicker, but overall not too worried. We head down into our next area. Ponehove. Little cutscene here. Skip the cutscene. One of the awkward things about running the trilogy is each of them has a slightly different turbo method. Metal Gear Solid 2, it's much easier to have turbo on a toggle, which is why we have the Furious and Calm motorist at the bottom. MGS3, we hold one button to activate turbo on X. So you'll notice whenever I'm going into cutscenes and stuff, I'm holding X. You can't see it because because of the sort of old-timey-wimey layout we've got with Albion Speedrun. I decided to put on a white PS3 controller, so you can't actually see that I'm holding down the DualSense's touchpad. Normally I have a DualSense as my controller. But I wanted to match. I wanted a PS1 controller, but I couldn't find one. So we went with a white DualShock 3. I felt that was the most old kind of controller I could find on Gamepad Viewer. And here we're gonna start the fight against the end, or rather, I'm gonna deal some damage to the end now. So I'm gonna shoot that barrel. So you can see the end's just taken a huge chunk of damage, but he's not dead. But that does mean that his health and stamina is going to be lower when we actually start the fight. I'm going to deliberately take an alert here. That cancels and delays the call for help that's just come in. So I don't have to worry about these shielded guards that are going to come around this corner. Bum, 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 bum. We'll get the awesome music now. Combo box, hey! Down. All up the stairs. Snake's roll hitbox is massive for some bizarre reason. I've got to say, I found this on Tuesday stream. I found it when I was running this last night. It still feels really weird to run this on very easy difficulty. I'm so used to running this on European Extreme, and it's the only game of the trilogy where I feel that way. I do run Metal Gear Solid 1 on Extreme. I don't do it very often. I'm far more experienced with very easy and easy. Metal Gear Solid 2, I have run normal difficulty in the past. Oh. But that was a very long time ago, and I'd need a big refresh. But I haven't run Extreme on it. MGS3 though, I am far more used to running European Extreme than very easy. I'm also far more used to shooting keratins as we go around, but that's a different story. So the MGS3 run feels incomplete without shooting a keratin frog. This feels wrong. If you're not shooting a keratin frog, what? Yes, quite. I mean, as you go just sort of in between them, not a huge amount. So So running the difference between easy and normal isn't that different. The difference between normal and hard isn't that. There's little bits in here and there, but the as you vastly very easy and European extreme are very, very different runs. Metal Gear Solid 1 on Metal Gear Solid 1 any percent is really not that different. Across different difficulties, it's just health and ammo management is just a bit more strict. Particularly health. Your health management is very strict in an MGS1 Extreme speedrun. Grab the handkerchief. We're going to use that later. But MGS2 is quite different across the different difficulties. But as with most speedruns of this kind, nobody really cares about the difficulties other than the easiest and the hardest. You run the easiest difficulty to go as fast as possible, or you run the hardest difficulty for the challenge, and nobody really cares about the in-between. To this day, despite MGS3 being the one that I have definitely played the most, it is my favourite to speedrun amongst all of them, I have still never done a speedrun of anything other than very easy or European Extreme. I really should at some point, but I just haven't brought myself to do it. MGS1 is the only game in the series where I have ran every single difficulty. Alright, we're going to our next boss fight. This is against the Fear. We have a cool little cheese strat that we use against the Fear. We're going to use a fake death pill to lure him over to us. We're then going to throw a stun grenade at the floor to stun him. And then for some reason, whilst he's stunned, all lethal damage we do is converted to non-lethal damage. So we're just going to stab him a bunch of times. So he's heading over, so I can use the revival pill. So I step forwards, throw the stun grenade to the floor, knife, and then just knife him. And you can see his stamina's going down instead of his health. We still don't know why that happens, but yeah, as a result, that is the easiest way of doing that fight. Re-equip the easy gun. The only, I have run, actually, I've run every difficulty on Twin Snakes. Oh, that was interesting. We've got a cool little glitch here, which I had to be careful with because changing the camera is unequipping my weapon at the moment. I really, really need to turn off the S4 windows. Yeah, I've run every single difficulty on Twin Snakes as well, actually. I forgot about that. Because they do vary a little bit. There's some interesting things. Say normal difficulty on MGS2 is quite interesting. I enjoyed that. The only speedrun that I do where the sort of middle ground speed, the middle difficulty speedrun is kind of the most popular, is Klonoa 2 Lunacy's Veil on the Fantasy Reverie series. And that's because the Fantasy Reverie series is a remaster of the PlayStation 2 version, and the PlayStation 2 version didn't have difficulty levels. It was just one difficulty across the whole thing. And on the Fantasy Reverie series remaster, that difficulty is normal. It's not easy, it's not hard, it's normal. So for that run, it is that is preferred. All right, this is the end fight. I'm gonna concentrate here because this can be a bit of a. I've got to land a headshot very, very well here. I don't want to miss. Oh, bomb! I'm gonna immediately fake death pill. Quick. I turned off the S4 windows whilst I was doing that. I completely screwed that up. Yay, I'm no longer unequipping my weapon. Try that again. Oh my god, I am completely screwing this up. Oh dear. This is not good. This is not good at all. Come on, Nick. Where am I? Why am I, like, failing this so miserably? Gotcha. Two of them. Okay, phew. That's how it should have been done. That was slow. 2 deaths in all of that is really bad. Hopefully I can make this up with other time elsewhere. But yeah, that was not ideal. All right, I didn't get shot though, which was nice. Whew. I do worry that just some of the problems I've had with this run is gonna cost me dearly. Need a heart rate monitor. Here we're hoping to get what's called an angel heal. You can see I'm still suffering from the fierce poison darts. This is why I deliberately re-equipped the easy gun here, because with any luck, the easy gun will just randomly heal it. Anyway, enjoy. So during that, I actually I was watching my old PB of this. I am slightly ahead by less than a minute. Right, Mountains 3. Sorry, Mountains 1, 2, and 3. This is Mountains 1. That guard will notice me, but won't do anything because 80% camo rating. He can't properly see me. So yeah, it all comes down to this. Gotta say, if I don't get this, I will probably repeat this run on Tuesday. In fact, there's a chance I could do an extra stream over the weekend. We do not need any of this ammo. We do not need the stun grenades. We've got more than enough stuff. Here we want to. I'm going to stay in this camera actually. Here we don't want to. Don't want to get another a caution or anything like that. What we want to do is just take these guards out like that. On very easy difficulty, rolling into a guard is an instant knockout. They will be knocked out I'll leave the room before they wake up. I want to grab the RPG in this room as well. Shoot that guy. Mountains 3. This is probably the most important of the 3 mountains rooms, but it's fine. It's not. I haven't got an alert, so it's not a problem. You have to do other stuff if you've got an alert in here. Basically, if you come into this room with an alert, you need to maintain that alert throughout the whole thing. Otherwise, the door at the top remains locked. If you start without an alert and you take an alert in this room, this door is locked and you have to wait to at least go down to caution phase. Okay. We're okay. Some cutscenes to skip. Quite a few cutscenes to skip. We are heading towards our next boss, the Fury. Fury is very RNG heavy. If anyone watched my practice run on Tuesday, you may have seen that I pretty much got the fastest, very easy Fury I've ever done, because the RNG was just spot on. I did a practice run last night, and the run died at the Fury. I was slightly ahead, and the run completely died at the Fury. I was very fortunate to see Metal Gear Live in October last year, so I got to see both Donna Burke and Stephanie Houston sing live. Amazing performances. All right, I'm going to concentrate on the Fury fight. There's no trick. There's nothing. It is just it has to be executed well, and hope RNG's on my side. Sounds like he's going left. He is. I know if RNG's on my side, he's gonna... Nope, he's gonna shoot. Now, hopefully... Yes! That's good RNG. No! I was too slow. Okay. Nice recovery. I got lucky that he then just did that flight. Yeah. You got to be very careful when after you've shot him down and then he turns and shoots. You have to be quite careful with how quickly you shoot him back, because he does. If you shoot him too quickly, then he just falls over after one shot rather than getting 3 shots in. So you have to be quite careful with that. And I was just slightly too late. I just needed to shoot him slightly earlier. But that was okay. I say he didn't go off all over the place. I lost a couple of seconds. That's okay. We take those. Shoot this guy. This guy's not even going to look at me. And now we've got to grab Rykov. Hopefully I get the fast version of this. We got the double what? That's what we want. No, I'm not going to try and do anything else tricky here. I'm just going to grab him. There's other things you can do, like you can shoot the wall near him so that he darts over to like where we are now. But I'd rather just play it safe and just grab him. And we take Rykov into here, and now we're going to put on his uniform. Mask. Officer. I always go the wrong way with the scope. And now for the only glitch in the game. The only speedrun glitch in the whole of MGS3. The box glide. That was nice. Let's do it. Let's do it one more time. Wee bump.
Sir.
Now I think I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to mute torture manually here. I always mute the torture sequence here because it is just horrible to listen to. I never want it to play. But my torture button isn't assigned to the right thing here. Right, so I'm going to mute it and make sure I unmute it before we pick back up again. Because if you don't know Metal Gear 3, in this scene, we've got a bag over our head. Sokolov is being tortured to death, and then we're going to get tortured by Volgin absolutely beating the crap out of us, and it's just horrible to listen to. So now's another good time for anyone who's recently joined in. Welcome to the Albion Speedrun Collective Twitch channel. This is the last of our Meet the Team affiliate push this week. By the end of this stream, we should definitely have the numbers we need to be affiliate, which is fantastic. So thank you all very much for your support, for following the channel, and for watching over the last 4 days. We've had 4 fantastic streams from 4 different members of the team. On Monday, our art and design lead Garlips did some really naff games and demos from Steam and trying to break them, and that was a lot of fun. And then on Tuesday, Love and Flufen, our host lead, and Decky, our web lead, did Populous did a co-op run of Populous the Beginning. Last night, Dracoden, our games committee lead, was doing some practice of runs that he's intending to submit for our event. So that was Sonic Adventure 2, Sparkster, and Undertale Genocide, which I will be voting on. I will be voting on the games committee, and Undertale Genocide is. I like the idea of that. And now finally me. I am the founder and lead organizer or head organizer for the Albion Speedrun Collective. And of course I am trying to beat the Metal Gear Solid Trilogy world record. I really get a feeling I'm not going to do it. I really think the problems that I had in MGS1 and the problems that I've had in here are gonna stop me. 144.75. Automatically unlocks the door. Good, I did remember to put the game audio back on again. God run from here on out. Kind of needs. I mean, there's not much left of the run. Volgin needs to be spot on. Shagahod and the boss are the 2 big ones. We do get a big long break though. We get a massive break. New follower, Butterbean Rocks. Thank you very much for the follow. If I do miss it, I will, because if I do miss it, I'm going to be close. To be honest, I made a big mistake. What I should have done, I remember to roll on that dog this time. I forgot to roll that last night. As soon as that boba skip started going really badly in MGS1, I should have reset. Should have reset the run. We were only less than 10 minutes in at that point. I should have reset. Yeah, if I do miss it, it's not going to be by a lot. I should definitely try this again whilst all 3 of these games are fresh. This is not PS2. No, this is for the first time for my attempts at the MGS trilogy. Every single version is the PC version. The last time I did this, I had to play MGS3 on the Xbox Series S because the Master Collection wasn't out yet. But now it is. I don't know why I do that. I really shouldn't. Yes. The version of MGS3 doesn't make a huge difference. Like, you could play the Master Collection on any version. You could probably play the Xbox Series S shouldn't be that different and all of that. It's just nicer to play on PC, and we get the auto splitter as well, of course. But Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2, the fastest versions, are the original PC ports. So yeah, it should be noted, when I say the PC versions of MGS 1 and 2, not the Master Collection versions, they are slower than the original PC versions. But I have done a Master Collection trilogy run in the past, just to have it. We now go into the Sorrow. This is why we picked up the handkerchief earlier. The quickest way of beating the Sorrow is to equip the handkerchief, use it 3 times in front of us. It's going to knock Snake out, and he's instantly going to drown. MGS, more optimal loading screen, more optimal loading times and stuff. MGS1, the PC version, is very, very different and is massively sped up as a result. Like MGS1 is the biggest difference between PC and the other versions. It's essentially a different game. Is the original PC version of MGS1. MGS2, as I say, it's just more optimal. It doesn't matter for this trilogy. It doesn't matter for oh, I didn't go in the water. Phew, that was close. It doesn't matter for this run because we're running in RTA, we're not running in IGT. But across every version of Metal Gear Solid 2, so every console version, like PS2, PS3, Master Collection, whatever, MGS2 on... Oh, that wasn't very nice. MGS2, the original PC port, is the only one that doesn't include loading time in the IGT. The IGT pauses during loads. Every other version, the IGT continues to tick. So for just IGT purposes, the original PC version of MGS2 is faster. I say MGS3 doesn't make a lot of difference. The nice thing about running the most optimal way of running MGS3 is to run the PC version of the Master Collection, because it does have better loads than some other versions. It's certainly better than running the PS3 version, which used to be the best one. The best way of running MGS3 used to be the PS3. Then people discovered that you could play the Xbox 360 version on an Xbox Series S or X, and it was practically loadless, and that was great. And then obviously we got the Master Collection. Here we want to do just a little bit of find a little bit of inventory. Cardboard box B. We want to get rid of that. Do that. I want the SVD. I don't need the Mosing Nagant. I need that. That's it. That's all we need for this section. But the PC version of the Master Collection for MGS3, we have a loading remove time auto splitter, whereas if you're running on console, you go by IGT. And obviously if you're running on PC, there's also a really nice auto splitter that you can use. That's another big advantage of the PC version. Don't miss Knuckles. Knock, knock, it's Knuckles. So in here we've got to plant some C3. As long as I'm in a box, the engineers don't care. If I'm not in a box, the engineers will care, and they will trigger an alert. Whoops. But as long as I'm in a box, the engineers do not give a crap. So I don't need the box anymore. Pop that one down. There is a guard here that I do have to bump. That alert should disappear straight away. Yeah. Phew. I was a bit worried with that one, but that's fine. Didn't get called in. Next boss fight. This is Volgin 1. I'm going to run towards him. I'm going to grab him, throw him to the ground, equip my SVD, shoot him in the face a bunch of times. That's phase 1. Phase 2, I'm going to roll forwards. I'm going to aim at him. And shoot him a bunch, and that's phase 2. That's Volgin. Alright, and now it's time for a break. This is the bike chase section. We do not need to do anything on very easy difficulty for the majority of the bike chase. The only thing we really should do is equip the easy gun, but I don't need to equip it yet, so I won't worry about it. So yeah, we just watch. We do not need to participate or do anything. Snake will take some damage, but it doesn't matter. The second section of the bike chase, we do have to do stuff. Third phase of the bike chase, we don't really need to do anything. The fourth phase of the bike chase, we do need to do something. Yeah, varies from there. But the quickest thing to do here is just not touch the controller at all. But enjoy the music. We can at least enjoy the music. Now, if this was European Extreme, we would not be just taking all of this damage. We would indeed be shooting and trying to take as little damage as possible. Although we would also have camouflages that help us take less damage. Hey, where are some of my Twitch subscribers with some Nick Jam? I want to see some Nick Jam in the chat from my own subscribers. We are about to move into room 2, where it is not just on rails. We do actually have to do stuff in room 2. So I'm going to equip the RPG because that's the easiest thing to use. These guards we don't actually need to do anything with. There's a keratin. Got him. So it's this bit. This bit is where we do actually have to take some guards out. If you do not take the guard, if you miss any guards here, you have to go back. Well, you have to wait here for them to then come around the corner. We got one keratin, but that's it. We're now on. Don't have to do anything else here. I can take some guards out for funsies. Right now I want the easy gun back out because my stamina has dropped slightly. And the easy gun will pick my stamina back up again. Onto the next runway. And again, we do not need to do anything here. The one thing we can do, just to stop me from taking too much damage if I really care, is to take out the passengers. Ideally, if you take out the passengers, then the drivers remain. They are lousy shots. They only have pistols. They don't have submachine guns like the sidecar, like the passengers do. But also, if you shoot the driver, as I did with the first one, they respawn. So if you only shoot the passenger, they don't respawn, and you can just leave it alone. So yeah, we can just. I've done that. Let my stamina go back up a bit. Thanks to the easy gun. The reason my stamina is constantly sort of battling is because I still have a leech attached. That leech is still causing problems, which is why we have to have the easy gun out at this point. Alright, into stage 3. Again, we do have some stuff to do here. We do need to do some pre-damage. I'm going to take out the drivers for... These drivers don't respawn. So here we want to just shoot the Shagahod just below that sort of triple rectangle below its face. The more damage we do here, the less health it has during the actual fight. There is a limit. There's a limit both to how much damage you can actually do to it, which I'm rapidly approaching, but there's also a limit to how much it actually matters for the speedrun. There is a point where doing more damage. I've done the limit now. Like it doesn't. This amount of damage doesn't matter. Because the loop that we will do enough damage anyway. You can't slow it down any. You can't speed it up any further than it already is. Right, before we get to that, we do have the bridge. There is a Kerosene Frog there. Let's get that one.
Keep your aim steady. The shadow hut's not here yet.
Snake has perfect aim in this view, so I can just aim like this.
Keep your aim steady.
Let's keep our aim steady.
Keep your aim
Alright, I get it, Eva. Keep my aim steady.
It's here.
Alright, and now for the Shagahod fight. There's a very well-timed shot at the start that I need to try and land. That's good.
We're wearing him down.
Excellent. Absolutely spot on phase 1. And an absolutely spot on fact. That is absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect Shagahod.
Take him out.
And then actually I want to equip the easy gun again so that I don't lose any stamina. And again, we now have 3 bike chase rooms where I don't need to do anything. We've got 3 rooms of absolutely nothing to do. If we were playing the PS2 or PS3 version of Metal Gear Solid 3, we would actually have the sniper rifle out looking directly up in the air to reduce frame rate loss as much as possible. Luckily, we're on the PC Master Collection version, so we have a solid 60 FPS throughout. Yeah, I've got several minutes of nothing now. So I'm actually going to try and check in on. I'm watching my PB. This is my PB run of this on YouTube to see if I can work out how far behind or ahead I am. I'm a good couple of minutes ahead. I went to grab my controller. I don't need to. Yeah, I'm a good minute or so ahead at this point. Oh yeah, that would be good. I found that I didn't actually have my old splits, but I needed to update my old split because, I say, the last time I did this run, I did it on the MGS3 was on the Xbox Series S version, so I didn't have every single split for it. I only had like major splits because I was manually splitting. So I needed to redo the splits anyway, but I found I hadn't actually got my split saved. I used these splits as a basis for my Master Collection Trilogy splits, and it seems like I accidentally saved over them. So that's why I'm not running against my original splits. It does mean I will now have a set of splits to run against in the future. I do have the strongest suspicion that I have not done it. I think I'm going to PB, I don't think I'm going to world record. Because my PB is basically 2 hours and 50 minutes, whereas the world record is 2 hours and 47 minutes. And I don't think I've saved 3 minutes. We get Eva's best line. Best line of the game right here. Well, we don't shoot the log. And thanks to Live Split, we have discovered that getting hit by the log is 1/10 of a second faster. Was it 0, or was it 0.04? This is going to be damn close, considering this is close to 3 hours of running across 3 completely different games, all with RNG and all of that. To be, only a minute or so within times is still pretty insane. I don't know how well my boss fight was. I see the only real major thing left in this run now is the fight against the boss. Here, I'm not even doing it. I am just holding fire, turning a little bit. Snake's auto aim is doing the rest.
Snake, right.
Cool action shot. It's so difficult to aim like this. What? What? Alright, that is the bike chase done. Let's get back to some gameplay now. So Eva's going to turn around a corner, she's going to hit a log, we're going to go flying through the air, and she is going to land on a tree trunk, and she's going to get pierced through the abdomen with a tree. So we're going to feed her some instant noodles, and we're going to heal her. We do not need to heal Snake. We just need to heal Eva. She has 2 major cuts. And now we need to escort her. We don't need to escort her in this first section. You can completely ignore her here. I don't know why I swapped to the 3D camera. I use the 2D camera for this. Snake's last words were to "You stink." She leaves her to die. No, you stink. We do love the "you stink." We love it so much that it is, of course, a sound I have on my soundboard.
You stink.
So I don't know why my alerts aren't popping up for that. Ah, she went around the tree. So as we move through here, there's no danger of the guards getting close to us. We don't want to move too far away from Eva, because if you move too far away, she can path really awkwardly. But you don't want her to be too close, because if she gets too close, she stops, and you have to beckon her to follow you again. Which is why I'm sort of doing this juttery slight step forwards, just to, because if you just do that, I think you go slightly too fast. If you do that, you go too slow. So just this little jut. It's like here, if you're too far away from her, she can go all the way down to the bottom of that log, and it's really annoying. Into east. Beckon Eva to follow. To do that twice for some reason. Shoot him. Shoot him. Shoot him. Wait for Eva. We're gonna get the Freeg as well. Call this little guy the Freeg, because he's the freest frog in the game. We have to wait for Eva anyway, so it takes no time at all to shoot this frog. Where is she? She's gonna go around that tree. Right, I think she knows where she's going now, so we can run over here and take out the guards. It's him there. Him there. And there's that guy in the tree. And then unequip the easy gun just so that Eva can definitely see me. Pop down. Yeah, looking at my time, I think it's definitely going to be a PB, but I think I'm just going to miss out. Because the end credits I think once you land the final hit on the boss, it's still 11 minutes. I think I just miss out on it. It's going to be so close. Oh, the only thing is, I need to account. I do need to remove the. I do need to remove the game swap time. Right. Anyway, I should concentrate on this fight. So we do that. We want the easy gun. Shoot in the head twice. Throw it to the ground. Stun grenade straight up in the air. Turn around. 1, 2, 3. Throw it to the ground. Rinse, repeat. One, 2, 3. Throw it to the ground. Done. Perfect boss fight. And this is an unskippable cutscene. That is, apart from the bit in the wig, that is it. We're done. It is now out of my hands. Let's say the only saving grace I've got here is we do not count the amount of time it took to swap games. Only thing I don't know is whether or not I got the timing right for the start of MGS3. I need to actually check when did because the timing starts on different places in different versions of the game. Loading remove time, if I recall correctly, starts the moment the opening dialogue appears. IGT actually starts the moment the opening dialogue disappears. So that I might have that wrong.
Or should I say,
I would have to let the moderators check out. I'd probably put a note in there for the moderators to say, can you just double check I've got the start of each of these? Because I did the same with MGS2 to make sure I've got the start of these exactly right. I'm not gonna check, but that's it. We're done. That is the run. Whatever I get now is what I get.
there's only room for one boss and one snake.
But I've got I've still got some cutscenes and stuff to skip through. We're not quite done yet. To the wig. Shoot off to the sides, 'cause it's the fastest. There is one more save boss to get through. That one. And then I need to mute the music again. Unfortunately, you will be listening to the credits silent. Because, once again, this is copyrighted. It will get hit. And I won't be able to put it on YouTube. So yeah, that is it. That is, as I say, it is now out of my hands. We do have 32 seconds of MGS 1 to 2 game swap to remove. And 24 seconds. Is that right? 33. Yeah, 24. So 24 plus 32, 36, 56 seconds. So whatever my final time is, I need to remove 56 seconds from it for the game swap. And yeah, that will determine whether I've done it. Say the world record. So actually, let's add that 57. What did I say? 56. Let's say 56 or 57. 56. Let's add that 56. Add that 56 seconds on. To Delfino Plaza Guy's time, which would make it 2 hours 47. 2 hours 47. Yeah, 2:47:47 is the time I need that timer to be. Less than. We shall see. Oh, it's just the way. The worst part of this is you don't get to skip the phone call at the end either. We are going on. 2:47:47 for the world record. plus, as I say, plus whether or not there's any I messed up at all. I'm gonna have a quick look at Plaza Guy's run to see where he split for the start of MGS 2 and 3. Because I split 2 the moment I select new game, and I split 3. I split 3 the moment the dialogue, the opening dialogue first appears. Right, I'm just looking at Plaza Guy's run now. Plaza Guy, because Plaza Guy has the ASL timer over the top of not ASL timer, the whatever the API, the thing over the front, over the top of MGS2, he can see when the IGT starts, so he starts it then. So actually I've got a slight extra bit of time because I started my timer for MGS2 too early. I didn't start it with the IGT. I started it slightly early. It's only like a couple of seconds. We are talking very minimal amounts of time. Check for MGS3. So I started my MGS3 timer the moment the opening dialogue appeared. He took a big break. Not sure with MGS3. It's not very clear. Oh, wait, no, I can see it now. Okay, with MGS3, MGS3 pretty much split the same time I did, which was just after hitting loads. I might have lost some time with that one. I don't know. Again, it would be up for the moderators to decide. We got less than 5 minutes. And you'd be surprised how long these credits go on for. Boy, howdy, I hate this bit. I really, really do hate this bit. But I hope you've had fun. Sorry, I just got a notification on... Cool. I hope you've had fun. I hope you've enjoyed the run. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you've enjoyed. I've already finished it. There wasn't that much left when I started. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the run. I hope if you've been watching the other members of the team this week that you've really enjoyed those streams. And I do hope that you will check us out. We may do some more streams before the start of the event. There will certainly be. I'm expecting to do a stream to announce the schedule. You know, if you've enjoyed watching me and you want to check me out on other streams, you can check me out at twitch.tv/NickRPGreen or youtube.com/NickRPGreen. I stream to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So if that's something that interests you, then yeah, give me a follow over there as well. My layout is pretty much identical to what you see here, just with different colors. And should I think if there's anything else? So you know, if you are in the UK and you want to attend a brand new speedrun marathon live in the UK, then yeah, hit us up. Head on over to the Angus page and get your submissions in. Thanks, Floof. If you just want to come and watch. Come and enjoy a weekend of anime and gaming fun, and watch some speedruns. I will be at London Anime and Gaming Con at the end of February. I think it's the second to last week of February, so 2 weekends time. Not this weekend, not next weekend, the weekend after, I think. That sounds right. So I will be at London Anime and Gaming Con. I will be volunteering with staff there because I'm learning sort of how it works from behind the scenes and all of their stuff, so that I have a good understanding for when we do our event. But I will I understand, it's not 100% confirmed, that I will also be redoing. The last time I went, I did a panel on speedrunning for beginners. I will be redoing that panel. I've tweaked the presentation that I'm doing slightly to prepare for it. So yeah, if you're at London Anime and Gaming Con, second to last weekend of February, then keep an eye out for the speedrun panel, because that will be run by me, and it'd be great to meet people. I think that's everything. Is there anything else? My last one went well. I really enjoyed it. There were bits where it felt a bit slow, and felt like I could have tidied it up a bit. So I've tried to do that. There's also a much bigger emphasis on our event at the end of it. I've not done it. We've only got a minute left. I'm so close. I'm pretty sure this is down to like if Boba Skip had been first try. So there's 46, 47. We've got 1 minute. This doesn't end. And I just remember I should be. I can unmute the audio now.
Groznygrad has been obliterated by the Davy Crockett we brought in as well.
So close. It is a PB.
Work too.
It is a PB.
Speaking of which, I've obtained
just
from Granin that you might find interesting.
problems in 1 and 3. You know, the Boba Skip was just awful. Got really bad RNG on that. The Palkey was really bad RNG on that. And then in MGS3, I just screwed it up in too many places. But world record is going.
Alert has been lifted as well.
And
the Soviets still and
gone.
No idea that I've been triple crossing them.
World record not achieved.
I will continue my activities as a contact for the new government.
I think it's less. No, yes. I added on. I added on how much time I had for the game swaps to the world record.
Of course,
and that made it to 47.
Disposal. Mr. Director.
It's so close. By 2:48:23, so 47, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. By 36 seconds. I missed it by 36. If it had not taken me 3 attempts to beat the end, if I had not got the worst PAL key, if I'd not had to go into the menu to fix the my camera, just one of those mistakes, and that would have been world record. So I think, any one of those things really, and this would have been world record. But it is a 2-minute PB compared to several years ago, actually. My own record, my previous world record of this is from 2 years ago, actually, which was the 30th of April 2023. So actually coming up to 3 years ago. Chucky milk might have been the main problem. So yeah, I'm definitely going to retry this before we move on. Being this close, yeah, there's no way I'm lying down on this, not whilst it's fresh in my head. So yeah, if you do want to see me try this again, hopefully there might be an opportunity for me to stream over the weekend. Because Heidi and Alex might be going away, and I don't know whether I'm going with them yet. So there might be an opportunity to stream this again. I mean, to be honest, even if they don't go away, I can still probably stream on Saturday or Sunday. So yeah, this has been fun. I'm glad people have really enjoyed it. There is still like 45 minutes left of the stream. I usually stream up until midnight. So if there is anything, so I think if there's anything else we want to do or try or have fun with, I don't know. Say I usually keep going for another 45 minutes. Unfortunately, there's not enough time to do another run tonight. Or I could just call it a day and get an early night. Yeah, I don't really know. Or I could do a completely different. I could do a completely different speedrun. That'd be the other option. Other option to do. Just have a crack at something completely different. For a bit of fun. Trying to think of a decent speedrun that I've got that would be under. No, not freaking Wacky Races. Not Wacky Races. Oh. And my ass. Lord of the Rings would take me. Most of what I've got would take me longer than the amount of time I want to spend left. Klonoa 2's nearly is over an hour and a half, so we can't do Klonoa 2. Trying to think. Just do MGS1. I mean, MGS1 again does kind of work. We could just do a practice run of MGS1. But it's so boring. It's so boring. MGS1's so dull. Sub 30 MGS1. I don't want to do sub 30. Do Ground Zeroes. That's 30 minutes. I haven't done Ground Zeroes in ages. Though. Mini Ghost CPP prologue. Oh yeah, for all that hot speedrun action of the Phantom Pain prologue. Oh, what to do? Maybe I will. Maybe I will just call it and not Mini Ghost sounds good. Mini Ghost again. I haven't done Mini Ghost in a little while. I should. I think I can still remember it. Yeah, screw it. Let's do it. I actually do like that idea as well. Let's do Mini Ghost. It's been a hot minute since I've touched that game. It's a bit of fun. Something very different. If you want to see me speedrun something very different from what you've seen so far, this is actually a good shout. Let's do it. A little bit of fun. Bum, bum, bow. Pow. I wouldn't be able to do 100%. I can't remember the route for 100%. Yeah, let me. I just got to do all the sort of changeovers and stuff. Just, like, change the name of the game that I'm running and change. Oh, I don't know if I've got my 4x3 layout set up. It's Mini Ghost is a 4x3 game. Just change category on Twitch. Mini Ghosts. You know what? We're just gonna screw it. I'm just gonna go for it and see what happens. I'm gonna switch over to my 4x3 layout and we will see what it looks like. Hold on to your butts. Okay, actually that looks all right. That's okay. We can deal with that. I can get a game up on there. I just need to open my Mini Ghost splits. Games. Mini Ghosts. Why have I got Metal Gear Solid splits in my Mini Ghost folder? Mini Ghost. Any percent major and item splits. That sounds correct. Ugh. bear with me, folks. I will have this ready in a minute. Mini Ghost, all items, subsplits, Mini Go. I think it's that one. Hey, there we go. Got there eventually. Although I have no wait, compare against game time. Wait, where are my times? I have no splits in this. Where are my splits? Why don't I have any splits in any of this? These are all bloody blank split files. I'm very confused. I'm very confused as to where my mini ghost splits have gone. That's not it. Where are my splits gone? This is very annoying. This one? Nope, that's all items. That's 100. That's 100%. That's not it. The only thing I said I've got some splits in here that are. Where? Okay, I'm going. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to run.gg and I should have them there. I'm just going to download and download them from the run.gg because I'm pretty sure I'll have them on there. Also, I should actually like get the game onto OBS. Right, let me find Mini Ghost in. So for those who don't know, Mini Ghost is a game made by a developer called Unepic Fran. Unepic Fran is probably most famous for the games Unepic and Unmetal. Mini Ghost is the game he made before making Unmetal. If you've heard of them, Metal Gear Solid fans may have heard of Unmetal because it's a 2D parody of the Metal Gear games. It's fantastic. It is one of my favorite speedruns. And I'm like the best Unmetal player in the world. I'm also the best Mini Ghost player in the world, which is pretty cool as well. Right, I've got my new splits. Bada boom! There we go. We have some splits. World record 16 minutes 6. I have no intention of beating the world record. Why is this game the game still hasn't hooked? OBS is not recognizing the game. What you do, OBS? What you doing? I'm gonna change it to. Oh, it's very weird. Something's weird with this. I will have it fixed momentarily, hopefully. Where's my game capture? I think I may have screwed this up. Yeah, something I'm just gonna need to create a new game capture because I've completely screwed. Luckily, I'm not. Luckily, this is a luckily this is a copy and paste of my existing game layouts, so I don't need to worry too much about it. Right, I'm gonna push a button. Hopefully, it brings up Mini Ghost, and it's probably gonna look odd. And hopefully, I will fix it. Although my controller is also not controlling mini. Maybe this was a bad idea. Maybe the game does not want me to do this. Steam input enabled. I don't want the official layout. We'll get, yeah, maybe these are signs that I should have just brought this to an end. OBS, you want to? Okay, I've at least got control of the game now. So that's better. But specific window, mini ghost. Hey, there we go. There we go. Got there eventually. All right. So this is a very quick and simple game. It's a little Metroidvania. It's a little bit of fun. And we'll give it a go. And we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Excellent. The auto split is working. I also wrote the auto split for this game, and turbo's working. That's also good. So we play as Ghost. Ghost, actually, this is actually a prequel to another game developed by Fran called Ghost 1.0. And Fran likes to develop games for the MSX computer. And this is one of those games. So he developed this for the MSX computer first, and then after finishing it for the MSX, ported it to PC, and like did a load of updates and stuff. It runs better. There's sub weapons that you don't get on the MSX version, and some other stuff. It did also receive a re-release on Switch where it has updated graphics. But Ghost has been sent into this space station to take down a rogue computer. Basically, her boss runs a tech service. Her boss runs a tech service, and the owners of this space station is one of his clients, and he has deliberately infected their computer with a virus, so that they are forced to pay him to fix it. So they don't know that he's infected the computer with the virus. We can use the callback button to go back to the start. And now we're going to go into the dark room, where we can't see, but I know where I'm going because there's no RNG. There's no RNG with like layouts and stuff. I know where I'm going in the dark. Go down here. Get hit there. Go up here, and then I want to go. Oh, mess that up a bit. There we go. It has been a little while since I've done this run. I want piggy bank. Piggy bank is very, very important. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. So, like any good Metroidvania, we are running around trying to get upgrades for items and stuff like that. We're going to beat bosses. We are going to try and get money. You know, all the things you'd expect from any sort of standard Metroidvania. It's a pretty short, as I say, it's a pretty short run. My world record is a little over 16 minutes, which I don't think I've never come close to doing it again. It was like an absolute whirlwind of a run when I did it. So here I'm trying to collect cubes. I'm trying to get as many cubes as I can. Cubes are sometimes random. They sometimes drop randomly from enemies, but there are specific, but like this box here, there are always 5 cubes in that box, for example. So some boxes always have cubes. Some boxes, if there's only ever 1 cube in a box, that's random. If a cube drops from an enemy, that's random. I need as many cubes as possible because I need an upgrade. I need the protection upgrade, which, as you can see by my splits, will cost 60 cubes. So I need to make sure I've got 60 cubes before I get there. I'm going to use up my super weapon so that I can swap it for that one because this one's better. I need 4 cubes. I think I'm good. I might not be. Oh yeah, I'm good. I got them all. The other random drop here is enemies. These rocket enemies will sometimes drop a rocket. And I really want 3 rockets, but none of them have dropped any rockets yet, which is not good. So there's a little bit of RNG to this run. It's not like super heavy RNG, but it can have an impact. I need to jump there because there's an enemy. Oh, wow. Am I really going in? 1 rocket. Gee, thanks, game. A single rocket. Jump up here, grab the mine detector. I still need to root the mine detector out. I don't need the mine detector. Okay, 1 rocket is terrible. So we have our first boss, which I'm going to hit with my 1 rocket. You can have up to 3 of any single super weapon. But that's the first boss. I am using turbo for fire. We'll go back to the start. I am using turbo for fire. Is allowed for the run because none of us want to get RSI. The Switch version of the game is actually a lot harder because turbo is built in. I'm here to get healed and to shoot things. You can see I've got an XP bar as well at the top of the screen. Whenever that XP bar fills, I get stuff. By default, all you get is a bit of health back. But because I went and grabbed the piggy bank earlier, every time I level up, I'll get 20 cubes. And that is our main method of getting cubes. Here's why we needed the mine detector. But as I said, I really should root the mine detector out because I should know where the mines are. There's one there. There's one there. Another one there. In the room over to the left here, there's an upgrade that I rooted out. Was in the original world record, and then I came along and went, "Nah, we don't need that." Which was called multitasking. You may notice that every time I shoot, I jump up in the air. That is because if I'm stood still, if I'm on the ground, Minigo stands still while shooting. If you get multitasking, you can run and gun. But I deemed this was not necessary for the speedrun, so I rooted it out. That was one thing that helped me get the world record. I just realised you can't hear this game. I completely forgot to. I'm going to quickly. This runs nothing special, so I'm not too worried about it. Let me capture audio. That's probably a good idea. There you go. Now you can hear it. Here we want another upgrade. That's the battery upgrade. Batteries allow us to carry more cubes, and there is a mandatory item that we need. This is an any percent run. So we won't be getting that many upgrades. We get pretty much the absolute bare minimum. They're not all mandatory. Some of them that we get aren't. Now that we're in the area for boss 2, we come across these lasers. We want lasers. From now on, lasers are pretty much the only super weapons we want. They are completely broken, and again, I want 3 of them ideally. Cool. I did just about grab that one. I'm gonna wait here because that's gonna happen. I'm gonna wait. You get absolutely wrecked by them. All right, boss number 2. This is a blink and you'll miss it moment, so don't. And boss number 2 is dead. That's how powerful the laser is. Again, we go back. I'm gonna play this safe, and I'm gonna go and get health. If I was doing well, and I actually cared about PB, world record at this point, I would not be going back and getting health. In fact, here I can just now that I'm healed, I can just use the callback button. We're gonna go back into the dark room, but we're gonna take a different journey this time. We're gonna go this way. Up here and up here. Here, here, wait for that. There. Oh, there's loads of horrible wee beasties there. Ow. And here, ideally, I want to kill every enemy. There is a save function in the game. I need to remember what the shortcut is for it. Is it select? Game saved. Because here, you don't want that to happen. There we go, that's better. Yeah, it's a long detour if you fall down in any of these sections. We don't want that. So we're going to head over to boss number 3. Just over in this direction. If you're liking the look of this game, there is so much more to this game than what I'm going to show you. There is a 100% speedrun as well, which is a little over half an hour, which I'm very proud of. I did a really good job with routing and getting that run to where it is today. But as I say, with the run you're seeing right now, you really don't get to see a lot of the game. So if you like the look of this and you'd like to try it for yourself, I highly recommend grabbing it. It's a lovely little Metroidvania. It's pretty damn cheap on Steam, and if it's on sale, I think you can pick it up for £1 if it's ever on sale. It's charming. It is a prequel to another game called Ghost 1.0. I've only played a little bit of Ghost 1.0. Ghost 1.0 feels like an old Flash game. So it's still a Metroidvania, but it's one where you move around with the keyboards and then aim with the mouse. And it has that sort of old school 2D Flash feel. Cool, I've got 3 lasers, that's good. Want 3 lasers. I actually only need 2 lasers for the boss that we're going to fight. Just going to get some extra cubes. I still need to grab Sniper. I'm way ahead on cubes. Let's heal up. We're going to have our next boss. This boss has got some RNG to it. It's this big cube. Where we really don't want it to jump up like that, but it did. So again, there's no point in chasing it. There's no point in trying to chase it up. Eventually, there we go. I do enjoy some Metroidvanias. Right. I don't need to heal. I'm on full health. So we're just gonna head off to the final boss. So I'm gonna go this way again. So back in the dark room. Come on, Nick. Know where you're going. There we go. It's been a while. Has been a while. As you could probably guess, there's thermal goggles in the game so that you can see where you're going in here. Again, I'm in the same room again. I want to try and kill all the enemies, which I did. Lovely. Because then I can save the game with selects. Can't even remember my buttons. So yeah, we're going to go and head off to the final boss now. I still got 1 laser. That's why I wanted 3 as much as possible. I only never needed to use 2 for the bosses. But that means I now have an extra 1. An extra laser spare. Moving this way. There is... oh crap! I've forgotten to go and get atomic power. Whoops! It's been a while. Sorry, there's one more upgrade I need before I can go to the final boss, which I completely forgot about. It's getting a bit ahead of myself. Just gonna run down here. So there's like there's a little mini boss, which we actually don't have to kill. We don't even kill it on 100%. We completely ignore it. So just got to make my way through here again. I've got more than enough cubes. I only need 100 cubes left over. We're going to go through that little door down there, which we haven't been in yet. We have the level 4 keycard, so we can get through here. And then there is a secret wall here. Oh, I need to hang on. I need to save it here because we're gonna try and ignore this boss by doing that, but I messed it up, so I gotta try again. Psst. Oh, come on. It's been a while since I've done this. That's better. There we go. Right, now we can go back, and now we can go to the final boss. It does have a bit of a Mega Man feel to it. Right, now we can go through here and do all this again. So it has been a while since I've done this run. Yeah, the speedrun leaderboards are pretty quiet for this game. I'm one of the moderators for it. It's quite funny. I wanted to try and get all of Unepic Fran's games put together on speedrun.com under one unified series because they're all separate at the moment. But speedrun.com don't do that. They won't pair games together just because of the developer. It has to be the series. And that's fine. There's precedent for that elsewhere. So I wasn't too fussed about it. But I reached out to the moderators of all of the other games that Fran had made. I was the moderator of Unmetal. Well, actually, no, I've only ever been a verifier for Unmetal. I've never actually been a moderator for Unmetal, weirdly. I'm going down here. I think. Am I going the right way? I also forgot to get Leaf. I think I'm going the right way. I forgot another upgrade, which is it's not too important, but it does stop you from dying. I have gone completely the wrong way here. I wanted to go this way. I'm very worried about my health. I may have to backtrack slightly to go and get Leaf, because that will help me with health. It says Sniper. Sniper, as you can probably guess, extends your range. So I am actually going to backtrack and go and grab Leaf like I should have done. Because otherwise I am in danger of dying. Leaf, every time I level up, I get 1 block of health back. Leaf means I get 2 blocks of health back. Oh. It's not that far back. One more hit and I'm dead. The thing is, there is no healing anywhere else in the game. There's only 2 places to heal, right at the start, and just before boss 3 for some weird reason. So here, as I move through all of this, I really, really need to kill as many enemies as possible to get as much XP as possible. So that I can heal, because I've got 1 health. I can't get through the final area with 1 health. This has been really bad. But now we move into heading towards the final area, and there we go. I'm dead. We'll continue with a new one. So yeah, we respawn back here. I still have all my items and everything. I've just respawned. It won't be too long to get back and do this again. So bear with me. So I've showcased this at a few marathons. I've put this game to bed. This isn't one that I actively run anymore. I should try and do a Switch run. The Switch version does have its own separate leaderboard, but the Switch version's it's a lot more difficult because so in this version and on the MSX version, you fire manually. Every bullet you fire has to be done with a push of the button. So that's why we enable turbo, because it gives us the fastest firing speed without having to mash horrendously. Because if you were trying to run this game over and over again and mashing every single fire, then you are going to get RSI extremely quickly. So that's why turbo is allowed. But on the Switch version, Fran decided to change it so that turbo was a thing automatically. So you hold the fire button and you shoot automatically. But it is nowhere near as fast. It is not the same fire rate in the slightest. Still wanting to kill plenty of enemies. So I'm a little low on health. 100 fires the... No. Garlips has not put me onto that game. So now on the final slog. I do still need some lasers. So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be saving it as I go into each of these rooms. That's good. So if I fall off... I can restart, but also if I don't get any, I really, really, really want 3 lasers. So if I don't get 3 lasers, so if I don't get 3 lasers, then I can reset the room and run it again. That's 2 lasers. I'd like to kill the You can only save in a room if you've already killed all the enemies. That's good. This is the best room to run over and over again to try and get lasers. Nearly. It's an MGS limitation. Ooh. That does sound like it would be up my street. Oh. Oh, and I'm back to here. I didn't save it, and I am not as confident at this section as I used to be. We are very nearly done, I promise. Oh, the enemy was bloody behind me. I kill him, then I can save it. And here, this is the last room before the final boss. So I want to save it here. And this is the final boss. This computer throws absolutely everything at you. So now I want to kill that. Oh, that was nice. I then leveled up, so I got... I say leveled up, I got experience. Ow. Nasty thing is, if you get hit by any of the sort of white shooting stars that fire out in this section, those things, they block you from shooting for a while, and it's really easy to just sort of get chain hit by a load of stuff. I need to slow down. These rockets do double damage, and that's the end. 2206. Ooh. I'll have a look at that. There you go. That's Mini Ghosts. Almost exactly 6 minutes behind PB pace. It's been a while. Yeah, it's a fun little game. Highly recommend giving it a go if you're a fan of Metroidvanias. As I say, it's dirt cheap. So yeah, go play it. It's fun. And yeah, if you want to speedrun it and hit the lead, because the leaderboards are very quiet. I built this auto splitter, and I'm pretty sure I'm the only person who's ever used it. So there is a 100% category as well, where you do go to you collect every item. And then complete the game, and by the end of the run, you are so ridiculous. You saw the final boss there. Final boss is trivial on a 100% run because you are so overpowered. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it was nice to be able to showcase Mini Ghost. It's been a while. I have showcased it a couple of marathons. InstaSim was in earlier. I did go to the one live Instaspeedathon InstaSim ran, and I ran. I think that might be the only time I've run 100%. So I have run Mini Ghost in a live setting before. One of the funny things, I'll show you what we've got a bit of time. One of the funny things here in the extra options, there is a speedrun leaderboard. Unfortunately, it is not it's not linked to speedrun.com or anything like that. The developer Unepic Fran, who is fifth, updated, like patched the game to add them in. He always said that he was going to include mine, but he never did, because I didn't start speedrunning this till quite a while afterwards. I started talking about the leaderboards. I said that I was trying to get all of the games combined, and I contacted each of the moderators for each of the different games to see if they were all on board with it. And I got a response from the Mini Ghost. This is before I'd not touched Mini Ghost at all at this point. I got a reply from the Mini Ghost moderator saying, "We don't really speedrun this anymore, so here you go, have super mod privileges. It's yours now." I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm a super moderator for a game I've never played. I suppose I should probably play it and speedrun it." And then I beat the world record. As you see, the old world record on here is 16 minutes 23 seconds, and I've got 16:06. Funnily, Unepic Fran, the developer, did a speedrun. If you click on any of these, it'll take you to a YouTube video. It'll open your web browser and take you to a YouTube video of it. I set myself the challenge. So this is Unepic Fran's any percent speedrun in 30 minutes and 33 seconds. And I set myself the challenge of doing a 100% run faster than he could do any percent. And I fucking smashed it. My 100% world record is, I think, 29 minutes something. I know it's sub 30. I've still got run.gg open. 29:42. 100% in just under 30 minutes. So yes, I can 100% Mini Ghost faster than the developer can any percent, which I think is great. I'd say if you like this, go grab it. If you've got a Switch and you'd prefer the Switch version, go grab that. The Switch version's got updated graphics. It does play in 16:9 instead of 4:3. It's still the main display is still 4:3, but all of your items and weapons and health and all of that is in a bar on the right hand side instead of across the top to create a 16:9 view instead. So yeah, that's Mini Ghost. Nice little bit of fun to finish there. Well, thank you all so much for joining in for this stream. I hope you've really, really enjoyed it. I will have another attempt at the Metal Gear Solid Trilogy. I was less than a minute behind world record. I am definitely going to do it again and not completely screw up. And if Boba Skip goes really badly, I will reset this time. I will either do that this weekend if I get chance, or I will attempt it at my normal time, Tuesday next week from 8 p.m. GMT. So I stream on my own channel, twitch.tv/NickRPGreen, or youtube.com/NickRPGreen, 8 p.m. every Tuesday and Thursday. So if I don't get a bonus stream over the weekend, I will attempt that run again on Tuesday. And then I will start learning Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. Yeah, thank you all very much. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to find a raid target. Because let's raid. Let's have a look and see who we should raid. I am currently logged in to Twitch as Albion Speedrun and not myself, so I can't see my own channel, my own channels that I normally follow. And I haven't gotten around to having this channel follow that many people yet. So I may need to. I'm just gonna quickly log out and log back in as me, so I can actually see all the channels that I follow, and see if we can find something that is that would be great to send a raid to. -1 subs. Oh yeah, it does say Twitch. That's because I'm on. It's it's looking up. It's looking up this. What is -1 subs? Maybe it's set to -1 when you don't have affiliate. Maybe that's just what it returns as. That's weird. It's because this is just what my normal layout is, and normally that would say how many subs I have. I just got it linked to this. Oh, that's weird. -1 subs. We are so close. Oh, and just to point out that YouTube subscribers, that's mine, not Albion Speedrun Collective. We do have a YouTube channel, but there's nothing on it yet. But those are my subscribers, not the not ASC's. Right, let's have a look. Who is currently live? Really, really Longathon is doing a rerun of Icebreaker. Or my good friend Sorreless Joe is playing Resident Evil Revelations. Games on Quick is playing Mega Man, which seems appropriate. Claire Delayland's doing Claire Obscura. I think we're probably going to go with really, really Longathon though, because Icebreaker was absolutely fantastic, and they definitely deserve the love. So let's get that set up. /raid. Oh, I bet I can't now because I'm not logged in. Hang on. I go back to. I think I should be able to do. Can I set a raid target with now that I'm logged in as me on this channel? I think that's a thing that works. Really, really long-a-thon. I hope I've got that right. Really, really long-a-thon's raid settings do not allow you to raid at this time. Well, that's poo. That doesn't help. That sucks. Did I get? No, I got the name right. All right, let's raid Sorreless Joe instead. /raid. I wonder if like they're coming to a close or something. So I'm going to raid my Sorreless Joe's raid settings do not allow you to raid this. I get the feeling it's got something to do with this channel not being able to raid yet. Like it probably doesn't accept raids from anyone that hasn't been going long enough or something. I don't know. In that case, we're not going to bother raiding. Oh dear. We will just end the stream. So thank you all very much for joining in. Please, the best thing you can do is like follow us on Blue Sky, repost and like our tweets, our posts and stuff. The biggest thing for us right now is awareness, getting people aware of this marathon that's coming up in April, getting people into the Discord server, following us on Twitch and all those places so that people know what's going on. That's the best thing you can do for us right now. But thank you so much for being here. Yeah, keep an eye out for more news as to when announcements are coming up. Submissions are still open. Get your submissions in. And I look forward to doing a schedule reveal in March. Yeah, that is it. I'm now going to go to bed. Night.